that today.
Why, you got a hangover?
A little bit.
Where'd you go drinking last night?
Home. I stayed home.
Drank by yourself?
After Joy left, yeah.
Drinking before she left?
Might have.
Have a bad weekend?
Yes.
What happened?
Nothing.
Tell you, buddy.
Well, you had the Saturday thing. That was quite traumatic.
What happened Saturday?
Went to the memorial.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I meant you and Joy.
Oh, Saturday night? Nothing.
Huh.
Why?
I don't know. You said you drank after she left. What happened?
It was a tough weekend. I was ready for the day to start. Ready for Monday.
Didn't you wear that shirt Friday?
I don't remember.
I think you did.
Well, it's been clean since then.
I don't know, Dan.
It was in my... I'm sorry. You want to smell it? It was in my closet. So I do laundry on weekends. So.
Yeah. Fascinating story.
Yeah.
You wore that Friday.
It's clean.
I don't know that.
Well, you've worn that shirt many, many times.
Not the day after.
I don't know.
All right. I'm glad we got this Brumley thing behind us.
Yes.
I knew it. Sitting there at the memorial service. How many radio people were there? Outside of our show.
Ron Chapman. Benjamin Dover.
Kevin McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy.
His big canned wife. I didn't get a chance to see her up close. Was she walking around with her yams out?
Yeah. She's very hot.
That wasn't my question.
Yes, she had her yams out.
Even at a memorial service?
Yes.
How much of them?
A good portion.
Lots of cleavage, or were they poking out the sides?
They were, no, not the sides, just cleavage.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
She likes to dress hot, I suppose.
Not at a memorial service.
I know. Joy was dressed very conservatively.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Kevin McCarthy's wife.
Let me give her a hard time. Yes, you're right. And Joy went in the bathroom when we first got there, and she smelled smoke. She's like, that's weird. Kevin McCarthy's wife comes out. She's smoking in the bathroom.
You're supposed to smoke in there.
No.
How do they know it was her?
She's seen her before. How do they know it was her?
Smoking. Was she just sitting in the bathroom smoking?
There's only one person in there.
Did she go in a stall and smoke?
In the stall.
Well, all right.
Well, there's only one person in there, and there's fresh smoke coming out of the stall.
Hmm. Nobody said anything to her? Why couldn't she go outside? Everybody else went outside to smoke.
I don't know.
You fart?
No.
Eddie?
What now?
Nothing. It's funny, I got this stench going in the studio, and about that time, the midday show walks past. It's got nothing to do, it was just funny. Timing was weird.
Timing was everything.
Thanks for leaving me trapped with Dan.
I did not leave
you
trapped.
did. We saw Dan Lewis there, and it's funny, we all go, we gotta go. So we go out the opposite way.
Out the back door.
Because I know Dan's going to want to talk about his job.
Mm-hmm.
Why else would he come? Then later in the park, I even told you, do not let me get trapped with Dan. Do not. Yes, you did. What happened to me?
Well,
what happened?
You got trapped.
Thank you.
But when I left, he was walking away with Kathleen Harrington from TXCN.
Yes.
Walking away. Here's the last words I heard. Where did you park? Over there. Well, I'll walk you over there. So they, three of them were walking away, her and that guy she was with. 50 feet from your car. You're in your car. I'm in my truck.
Mm-hmm.
I've now started the engine to make everybody know I'm really leaving.
Right.
How could I know that he'd turn around and come back?
But you did know.
Well, I turned on Northwest Highway and looked over and he was in your window.
I'm in the car, car's running, strapped in, ready to go. Car's in drive, gently pulling up 2 or 3 inches at a time. He's still talking. And you saw me.
I don't know what to do. I'm going to come back around and run him over?
I don't care what you do. Your instructions were, do not let me get trapped by Dan.
I picked up my cell phone. I said, okay, Joy, I said, here's the deal. You just say whatever, but as long as it's a female voice, you're out. And you didn't have your phone on.
I don't understand what you just said.
I was going to have her call you and give you an out. like a female voice going, Russ, we have a date. And you got to go, hey, damn, I forgot I got a date. I got to go. But you didn't have your phone on, so I couldn't help you out.
But you knew I was trapped. You can't make a U-turn.
And do what?
You come back and go, hey, we're waiting on you.
I could have.
And why didn't you?
I didn't think of that. I thought,
you can't take the turn around and come back and go, hey, we're waiting on you.
We'd already said we weren't going to dinner.
The execution is minimal. You make a U-turn, and you know if he's got his head in my window, he ain't pulling it out until...
I was almost home before you called me. It was like 25 minutes later.
That's how long I was there. I even had, because he wanted to talk, I went, let's go back inside. That way, if I got around other people, I wouldn't have to talk to him about his job.
Did he bring that up?
Yes.
Oh. What did he say? You said Monday when I fire JD, there'll be plenty of room for leaving me here with you.
I just want to know if we need to clear the air about anything, my job. Well, let's go back inside. I forgot to say goodbye to the family again.
Yeah, family really wanted you to say goodbye again. Unhooking Brumley's mother's bra.
She wanted it.
She did.
Yes, the hell she did.
What's the matter with you?
She liked it.
Memorial service.
She wanted it.
She didn't.
Yes, the hell she did. I didn't do it there at the memorial service. It was at their house.
Well, you still did it.
How did you know about it?
Excuse me, Eddie told me.
Brumley's dad called me.
Is he mad?
Didn't seem to be. They were on their way to the airport.
Oh.
It's like,
yeah, last memories of Russ Martin. Undoing his mother's bra.
She liked it.
She didn't like it.
She wanted a hug. She kept hugging me all Sunday morning.
That doesn't mean she wants her bra undone.
I think it does.
It doesn't.
She smiled. It was funny when it came loose. Kind of sounded like an old creaky door opening. And she looked at me. She goes, "You let my Herberts out." I guess that's what they named them back in the 30s.
You didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Stop it.
What?
You let my... Can't even say it. That was inappropriate.
Was not.
It was totally inappropriate.
Because I'm hugging her, and Brumley's wife gives me that look. She goes, just kind of the knowing look like, yeah, go ahead. So I did.
Very proud of yourself, I'm sure.
Herberts came out.
Yes, they did. God.
I didn't see you showing up at Brumley's house over the weekend.
You guys, I would be in the way. Y'all knew him much better than I did.
Dan Lewis came over Sunday morning.
You're kidding.
I swear to God.
You're kidding.
I get rid of him Saturday and went, all right, that's it. I'm free and clear. I even told him, I'll call you Saturday night because I'm probably going to go over to Brumley's Saturday night. The night went on and I decided not to go, so I didn't call him. I just kind of let it pass.
Sure.
I decided I'll go over early Sunday before they all leave for the airport. I'll be damned. 8:45, there he is at the front door with Krispy Kremes.
Unbelievable. Did he bug you about his job again?
No, I didn't even get a chance.
Oh.
I snapped Meemaw's Herberts and I left.
What? I just Meemaw's Herberts.
I'll just unsnap
Yeah.
Unsnap your bra here.
Yeah. That man.
Somehow I was able to escape Sunday. I couldn't believe it. Door opens. I'm sitting in there talking to the Brumleys, and they're showing me different stuff. Al's, his hideaway room and everything else.
Sure.
Open the door. There he is. I had looked 2 or 3 times. What the hell is he doing here? You ever go over to the Brumleys?
He called me and asked for directions.
Say it again?
He called me Saturday night and said he was supposed to meet you there and ask me for directions.
Oh. Had he ever been over to Al's house? Obviously he hadn't. He had to ask for directions.
That was the first time. It struck me as odd, so I just kind of went, here's the direction.
That's right.
What was that?
I just dropped a mini disc.
Why?
I didn't think it would make that much noise. I'm sorry.
You threw it on the ground? You didn't think it was going to make any noise?
I was trying to put it in my bag.
Where's your head? Oh, there it is.
Stop.
You say anything else Saturday?
No, he just said I talked to Russ earlier and I'm supposed to meet him over there. And can you give me the address so I can look it up on MapQuest? And I go, okay, here's the address.
Did you invite him over, Russell?
I said I was going.
Oh, okay.
I didn't invite him over Sunday morning. What?
I'm sorry about leaving you there.
And you knew I was trapped. As you drove down Northwest Highway, you saw the big head at my window.
Well, I didn't know what to do to come back.
You come back and go, we're waiting on you.
Okay.
You wait. You wait. You're going to get trapped with somebody, and I'm going to leave you there. In fact, as I walk past, I'm going to give you absolutely no reason to leave.
I'm sorry. I thought I had it handled because he was walking away.
When I didn't answer my cell phone, which I very seldom have on, you should know that I was trapped. You wait.
Okay. Sorry.
I knew nobody from the radio would show up. Mm-hmm. Pathetic. Everybody that Al's written about over the past 5-6 years, that place should have been packed just with radio people.
Should have.
Mark Davis couldn't make it. Had to have pictures taken on Saturday.
Family pictures.
So except for Kevin McCarthy and his big can smoking wife.
Yes.
She really have a Cleveland show now?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
At a memorial service?
Yes.
You're not hosing me?
No.
Because I didn't get a chance to look, because I'm leaving. Because they let us all sit up front where the pallbearers, I guess, would have been, right?
Yeah. Nice of you to be early. I appreciate that. That was good.
I wasn't late.
You made your grand entrance at 2:01. They were holding the memorial for you.
They were not.
They most certainly were. They had it timed out. They had a little slideshow that you missed, by the way.
Oh, what was the slideshow of?
It was just Al,
It's like ads for upcoming movies?
No. Just, it was like when he was born, when he was 7, when he was 9, when he was in the band, when he got married.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that.
All that stuff. And they ran it a total of twice. And then it back-timed straight up 2 o'clock, and it ends. And because the family wishes to thank all the people and colleagues that have been here today.
Okay.
Ready to go.
All right.
Everybody looked at me. I felt like it was the Jamaica trip all over again. Where the hell is Russ? I went, he's making a grand entrance. Relax.
I did. I just missed the turn as I was going in. There's more than one entrance to Sparkman Hillcrest.
Mm-hmm. So anyway.
So I had to go down to North Park, turn around, which takes forever, came back.
Okay.
They didn't hold anything up for me.
They most certainly did. And then you finally walked in. Did the organ start as you were walking halfway down the aisle?
I don't remember.
Yes.
I just know I sat down and that the feller come out.
Right. Exactly. Good timing.
That's what I figured it was.
No, it wasn't. They were waiting. There was like a 2-3 minutes.
They did not hold up an entire memorial service for me. Okay. That place was packed.
They knew you were the guest of honor. You were the last one to speak.
And I wasn't supposed to be the last one to speak either. What kind of raw deal was that? Eddie was supposed to be last.
I know. I saw you turn around and go,
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, when they called Eddie's name before mine, I looked at him and went, Eddie did a good job.
You both did a good job. You both did a real good job. I was crying and laughing both.
Ron Chapman wasn't.
Mm-mm. Not a smile. And I don't know why, because you were actually both of you had some good lines.
Yeah, I'm sitting there, and then Chapman shows up, about 3 or 4 minutes into it?
Yes.
He's not that late. Sits down. Mm-hmm. And when Eddie goes up, does his part of his eulogy, people are laughing. Chapman ain't moving. I go up, I look down at Chapman. He ain't laughing.
At all.
I don't know if he was mad or just...
I kept looking, too, going, are you perturbed? Are you just not getting it? Are you just bored? What? Because there was some very...
I don't think...
Some very touching moments and some very sad moments, and he showed absolutely no emotion whatsoever.
Maybe he just was really wrapped into it. I don't know. Very seldom he's not going to get. I mean, very few things he's not going to get.
Well, he got him. He just didn't laugh.
Because I even looked up at one point, right in the middle of something, when I thought Eddie was going to lose it. It's like, oh, God, don't do this here.
Yeah. When you said you never heard Al say, why me? Why not Trey? Never once heard Al Brumley complain. Never once heard him say, why me? Why not Trey? Thought I was going to go on the floor.
I look up, Chapman's sitting there, stoic. I just went, hey, Ron. Going. He did stop on the way out and said, nice job.
That was nice.
All right.
Fine a day. And I'm sorry I got you stuck with Dan.
What was up with Valerie and her F-me pants? Anybody else notice that?
Yeah. You know Valerie, look at me. Look at me. I know somebody else has died, but look at me.
You don't wear leather pants to a memorial. And I still don't get to Kevin McCarthy's wife with her yams hanging out.
That's just the way she dresses. So you were really offended by the leather pants?
Was I?
Well,
what do you know? What do you know? I'm turning the mics off. So? That don't mean nothing.
Were you just going to call her to tell her how offended you were?
Yes. There's no reason to wear leather pants to a service.
You called me to get her phone number just to tell her how offended you were.
Yes.
And how horny you were. That's what you told me.
Okay.
Hmm?
If I were you,
yes,
I'd go ahead and hang up pictures inside your barrel. Because you're going to be in there for a while.
I didn't. What did I do? I was a perfect gentleman. I didn't even drink till after the thing. I actually didn't drink.
What do you want? Some kind of bonus?
Yes. That was hard.
I just called to say hello.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. I couldn't do anything with her Saturday. I went out of town.
You did not go out of town, quit it.
Yes, I did.
Show me your airline ticket.
I don't have anything with me. I forgot my bag today. I even forgot to bring that. But I have a couple of Polaroids.
Of you in New York.
Yep. One of them is on, I got them here just so you don't know, I didn't doctor them up. RussMartin.com / I don't know if it's got to be capitalized or not. Try NYC in all caps. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. That's Times Square. Here are the Polaroids.
Let's see.
There's that one, so you know it's not doctored up.
But you've been to New York before. And your hair looks different.
No, it doesn't. First of all, it's not a good Polaroid.
No, it's not. It's blurry.
But you can tell it's me, and can you tell it's Times Square?
Yeah, that's clearly Times Square. You did not. You swear you went to New York.
Yes. Hang on.
There's no date stamp on it.
There's a picture of, well, it's just a Polaroid.
Yeah.
Here's one of LA and me. Yes, it is.
Not of you in L.A.
Yes, it is.
It's not of you in L.A.
Why not?
It's black.
Maybe she lost her job.
No, it's black. You didn't go there. This is when you were in New York 10 years ago.
It was not.
Yes, it was. Ellie got black over the weekend.
She lost her gig.
You didn't go.
Yes, I did. Love New York.
Nice try.
Went to the Chrysler building.
Okay. I'm not even sure if that's still open, but okay.
Chrysler building?
Is it still there?
It's a skyscraper.
I've been in New York forever.
It's not like a dealership.
Oh. I thought they could have switched over.
Yeah. What? The Chrysler? Then they shut that down. No, it's still there.
Switched over to Hyundai. That's right?
Why?
Oh, A, that picture looks old. B,
why does it look old?
It's a black chick.
Well,
this is not LA.
She was just standing there, and L.A. took the picture. All we had was a Polaroid.
When I hear it out of L.A.'s mouth, I'll believe it.
Nothing else to say.
When I hear that you guys spent a night, you flew all the way to New York, hating to fly.
Love New York.
To be there. You hate to fly.
And you know what? Like every 3 or 4 blocks, they've got one of those Sbarro pizza places, like they have in the malls up here.
Yeah.
Or down here. They're all over the place up there. In New York.
New York. Like they were 8-9 years ago when you were there.
I was never there 8-9 years ago.
Yes, you did. You
no, I
there.
wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I was not. Yeah, Ed?
Boss man.
Yes, sir.
I saw Cindy Skull Friday night at the House after the concert.
Who played Friday?
It was Freaker's Ball.
Okay.
Marilyn Manson stained.
Oh, got it.
Really freaked out Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start out. She's wearing knee-high, high-heeled black leather boots.
Great big long F-me go-go boots.
Oh, God, yes.
Okay.
Black leather hot pants.
She's still working out? Her legs look good?
Oh, my God.
She have her...
a little jacket on that had a 2-inch zipper in front. So you got the flat belly sticking out and the big round cans.
She get implants?
No.
Oh.
They just luscious.
Did she have her GQ husband there?
No, she was alone.
Oh. Wonder where he was. Probably at home watching the lumber truck.
Right. She was telling me she wanted me to tell you.
Mm-hmm. To come on and plug her show because their ratings blow?
No, she's having sex dreams about you.
Well, she said that on the air.
Yeah. No, she had another one since then.
Oh, another one. I wonder if she's still with Festus.
Yeah.
She's still with her husband?
Yeah. I guess. She wasn't with him that night.
That's weird that she wouldn't have him there.
Yeah.
But she wanted me to tell you, Hi, that she really, really misses you and wants you back over there.
Oh. Okay. Never mind. I know where this is going.
But
bye. Nothing else. Let it go.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Bye-bye.
Where's that going? All right.
News.
Okay.
News.
I'll shut up.
All right. We all right, Eddie?
Yeah.
Oh, Brownlee's family gave me a copy of the memorial.
Oh, that's
the audio from that.
Very nice. I saw that camera from the camera that was mounted on the wall. So I think
it was through the microphone system.
Oh, was it? Okay. Because there was a little camera up on the wall, kind of pointed down, and I thought maybe I said that was a nice thing. I thought about taking my camera out, and I thought that'd be kind of gaudy. Have a camera recording everything.
You want to hear Eddie cry?
Oh, yeah. You got that?
I don't want to play all this now.
Okay.
I'll give you a taste. That pissed me off all day Saturday, especially on the plane to New York.
Yeah, sure.
That no other radio people showed up. What a bunch of talentless...
Yep.
It's because Al couldn't do anything for him anymore. There was no reason to show up. Mark Davis, got to get family portraits made because there was no other day for the rest of this year to get them done. I like Mark. He's a good guy, and I really expected him there. Don't show up. Get your family pictures taken. When Brundley dies again, then you can make it.
It was very cool of Ron Chapman to be there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm just trying to think of all the different people that Brumley wrote about over the past 5-6 years that should have been there. Bo Roberts.
Bo Roberts, certainly.
Probably Dorsey.
Certainly. Terry and Hawk.
Yeah. Craddock.
Oh, Craddock. You knew he wasn't going to be there.
Why not? What are we going to do? It's a memorial service. We're not going to jump him there.
It's just a bus. He wasn't going to be there.
Now, Eddie Boyd, friend and colleague.
I wanted to strangle the preacher.
I just wanted him to clear his throat.
He really talked that way. I listened to him off. How dare you complain about somebody's throat?
What are you talking about? At least when I get something in my throat, I clear it.
Well, he talks like that all the time. But what's up with karaoke hour?
I don't
want to stand up and sing 3 or 4 songs in a row.
I know. I have learned what I don't want for my memorial.
I don't want anybody up there. I don't want anybody from the clergy because for some reason they think I want to hear poems and
Bible verses.
And Bible verses. I don't want to hear any of that. That does me no good. Why do I want to stand up and sing? The hell do you get out of that? It's embarrassing.
Just what they do. It's like the church services, the old-time church services.
Could you hear Everett and me?
I could see you guys. What were you? I couldn't hear you.
And it got a Vita.
Oh, God. Of course.
We're just trying to make it work in with the other lyrics. What else? Oh, and then the poems and the setting the butterflies free. Like, dude, I'll come up there and I'll kill you.
And then when they get to the butterflies, you were going to go, Jesus.
You didn't see me look over when he got there? I don't understand that. And that's certainly not something Brumley would want.
Yeah.
It's on and on. And Bible verse. It's like, dude, we know he's dead. We know there's consoling stuff in the Bible. I even promised to read it later if you will shut the hell up. I don't understand why
who knows who put that together?
Give me your insight.
Yeah.
Don't give me stuff that's already written. Anybody can read stuff that's already written. Be there to console. Hug the Brumley's mother. Set them Herberts free.
God. Yeah, undo her bra. That was unbelievable.
She liked it. Probably the first time since the Depression the thing's been out. I bet it is.
No.
Now, Eddie Boyd, friend and colleague.
That's when I was eyeballing Eddie. It's like, where the hell are you going? I'm supposed to go now. You go last.
Al never would have made me do this. I blame all of you right there. I wrote down a bunch of stuff last night, and then I started reading, and I was like, it's drivel. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, then what I do, I get up and I read my dribble.
Well.
And Chapman didn't help with the stone face, just looking up going,
Nothing like when you deliver your zinger.
Yeah. Ooh, should have had an out. Thanks, Ron.
Punchline.
Say the rest of this later. Mine's on there, but you won't be hearing that.
Why?
Because I cried.
I know, we all did. I want to hear it.
I don't like crying.
If we can hear Eddie cry, we can hear you cry.
Oh, no.
That's only fair.
Maybe later Eddie can play it on the Eddie Boyd Show.
Okay. All right.
I like the fact that he didn't read his.
Yeah.
Who was the guy with the cell phone in there?
I have what was his name? Anybody remember?
Roger?
Yeah.
From the morning news?
Yeah, he was Al's immediate boss.
Okay. Well, he was the one that actually... Why was the cell phone on?
There was, as I understand it, there was a lady that Al corresponded with in East Texas, and she was not healthy enough to come here for the service, so he had her on the cell phone so she could hear the whole service.
But didn't the phone ring a couple of times?
Yeah, he was like telling her, I'm not up there yet, hang on. She wanted to hear the poem that she wrote. He read that poem at one point that she wrote.
Oh, that lady wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh. Was he the one of the guys that went up to the doctors at the hospital and said, hey, you guys go unplug this guy and go do it now?
Right.
Yeah, it's him, another editor, and one of the other ladies that spoke.
Got it. I liked him except for the cell phone going off.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was part of his shtick.
Yeah, at first I thought he was just being rude. Like, how important are you, dude? Really? Then I got up and it was part of his bit.
All right. Let's do this. We'll start news. Hi, Robin.
Hey, Russ.
Yes.
Hey, I missed Friday's show. Did you guys get Brumley up there?
Yes.
Did you have to go? I was having a panic attack just knowing you guys were going to bring him up there.
It was all right. Some of the chicks vanished from the building.
Yep.
Gail Lightfoot cried. JD wouldn't let us do anything to him. I really think Brumley would like to have had rockets shot out of his hands.
I don't think so.
He was dressed for it. Had on the Hawaiian shirt.
Yes, he was dressed for it, but no.
All right. Did anyone freak out on you guys bringing him up there?
No. I didn't hear anything. Just the building cleared out.
Liz Wild was a little weirded out. She was freaked.
Was he up there the whole show?
I got there about, what, 5?
Right at 5.
Yeah, they picked him up about 7:30.
Oh, wow. All right. I just want to call and check in.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Russ.
All right. Anything else before we get started?
Somebody has a good point here on the email.
What?
So you went to New York City Saturday night?
Yes.
But you saw Dan Lewis at 8:45 Sunday morning. What? You did not pass out. Get up.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Why? Very nice.
I.
Yes. Oh, wait.
On a flight. One of those brown eyes.
Yeah. Red eye.
Whatever. Came straight from the airport.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I got no time for you. I went to New York. There's a picture on the website.
Okay. Very nice.
8:45. Blah, blah, blah.
Thank you, Russ. Brought to us this time by Bank of America and by Miller Lite.
Brought to you by Bank of America. Higher standards. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
As well as by the North Texas Gun Club. Eddie and Russ both will be at the Big Town Exhibit Hall this coming Saturday from 11 to 1. Come on and see Eddie and Russ for the Big Gun Show.
What day is that?
It is Saturday from 11 to 1. You're doing an appearance?
Batmobile.
Oh, gotcha.
They don't have that on there?
It's not on here.
That's the only reason I'm going.
I'll add that to it.
Pictures for the foundation.
Okay. Any certain price or just whatever you want to give?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I may be out of town.
another quick trip. Maybe to Europe this time. Monday, November 3rd, 2003. Adam Ant is 49 today. Dennis Miller turns 50. Kate Capshaw is 50. Roseanne turns 51. Larry Holmes is 50.
I was in New York.
You weren't.
Yes, I was.
Shadow Stevens is 56. And Charles Bronson would have been 82. Sunday morning, 8:45 at Brumley's house.
Check American Airlines. See if there ain't no flight that comes in around 7 o'clock, 7:30.
So you left
Sunday
in the
morning.
middle of the night. You went up there for 4 hours, something like that.
Yes.
All righty. This will be audio cut number 4.
All right.
I believe here. No, 5, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
The lawyer who survived a gunman's attack in front of television cameras outside the L.A. courthouse last week, out of the hospital. Jerry Curious, his name, had marks on his face and his arm and a sling. When he was released on Sunday, he told reporters he had never before met this William Stryer, the man who was accused of firing the shots. And this were his comments coming out of the hospital.
I walked out of the courthouse after the hearing, and a man walked up to me and said, "Are you Mr. Curry?" And I said, "Yes, who are you?" And then he just shot me. I didn't even see the gun. I heard a pop, and like the blood splattered. I knew I'd been shot because the blood splattered up in my face. I just instinctively just went to the ground to try to get away from it. I went down and tried to, run away and move so it would be a moving target. And then I saw the tree, and I went over to get behind the tree to kind of protect my face and my upper body. He came over, to the tree, and I was moving back and forth so you could see because I was trying to prevent him from shooting me in the face or the upper body. And he shot me in the arms at that time. But then I heard the gun click. I knew at that point he had all the bullets were used up, so I was relieved. So I knew he couldn't shoot me anymore.
It looked like something out of a Three Stooges sketch. The guy dodging back and forth behind the tree. And the fat guy shooting at close range.
Back and forth.
He hit him, what, twice?
I thought it was 5.
Well, I heard that too, but they only said he had 2 wounds.
I've heard both. 5 bullets and I heard he only got shot.
He got shot in the head and the neck. So, or no, the arm and the neck.
Yeah, the arm and the neck. Shoulder and the arm.
Okay.
Well, the marks on his face, though, where was that from?
I don't know.
I think he fell at the first shot. If you see him, he hits the tree.
Ball. Oh, okay. And the other thing is, you're watching the video, nobody goes up, even after the gunman's gone, and helps this guy.
Mm-mm.
They just all stand there, and the guy's just like standing on the sidewalk with his hands out.
Going, hello, I've been shot.
Maybe they thought because he's standing up, he didn't get shot.
Possibly. Then finally, I think a deputy tackles this guy. He was discharged in good condition after being shot at close range in the arm and neck. So that's just 2, I guess, by the man identified as Stryer. Kerry said the man walked up to him and asked his name and just opened fire.
Yeah, Jody?
What's up, Russell?
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you went to New York City,
Yes?
did you and LA get everything squared away, or what's up?
Everything's fine.
Hanky, everything's fine.
Everything's wonderful.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Had a lovely evening.
What all did you do?
Went to the Empire State Building.
Mm-hmm.
Went over to the Chrysler Building.
Okay.
Went over to Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
And had pizza at Sbarro's.
And you did all this in 4 or 5 hours?
Yes.
All right.
And I met that colored woman.
All right, Dave.
Yeah. Why are you telling us you went to New York when you clearly didn't?
I did. The picture's on my website. And you got the Polaroid.
You've been to New York before.
So I didn't take pictures then. That's why I went this time.
So how does it stand with L.A.? You guys getting married? Is it okay? Is she coming back?
She's coming back this weekend.
Very nice. To Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The globetrotter you are. I don't know where you're going to meet her.
You just call me a colored fella?
No.
Is that your way of calling me?
No.
Is it? Is it?
No, I mean, you trot the globe. You go around the world.
A globetrotter. I know exactly what you're saying.
I don't. No. So she's coming to Dallas.
Yes.
Can I ask? You get married? Is it
just because why? Because she's coming to town?
No, because you went to New York. I thought maybe you guys got everything settled.
She's coming back to town.
Okay, you're just hanging out.
Yeah. Why would you think we're getting married?
I don't know, because that's what.
Would you really ask me that off the air?
So that's what she wants.
Okay, but why would you ask me that? That's not a realistic question.
That is what she wants.
Okay, well, I want a lot of stuff too, but it doesn't happen after one trip to New York.
It's just one trip to New York that you didn't go on.
That's all I had time for.
Oh. Just one trip.
I had to lay over in this.
I understand. Yeah. In Cincinnati, of course. Police in Ann Arbor say they arrested a man in a case of trick-or-treat rage. They say he smashed a bird feeder and threw a pumpkin through a window at a house where his son allegedly was denied Halloween candy. 43-year-old father was taking his kid trick-or-treating, his 5-year-old son. He came back from the door crying, saying the woman didn't give him any candy. Police say the man confronted the woman. She said, "Yes, I did give you candy, little boy." The father returned a couple of minutes later, gave the woman a note with his address on it, told her to call the police, and then commenced to whoop up on her house.
Is that what it says in the story?
Not really.
Nobody wanted my apples. I was giving away Friday night.
Maybe it was Saturday night. You know, really. So
I didn't have time Saturday night.
I understand. You were in New York. Apples.
The ones with I shoved the good time razors. The blue handle.
Were you even home Friday night?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. So,
where was I going to go?
I just figured you'd be one of those people that would turn all your lights off and go home, go somewhere else. You don't bother by the kids.
I went to Cape Buffalo for a while, sat out there. They let me park in the handicapped spot, and I screamed at people because I was coming here from the radio station.
Right.
Had the Batmobile. Okay, so it's parked out front, and I'm sitting on the patio 6 feet from the car.
Right.
I don't know what it is with people just coming out and fingering crap.
Oh, yeah. They want to touch it.
Some chick, I thought I was going to come apart. Some chick starts to hop up on the hood to get a picture.
You are kidding.
You ask Eddie Gaddis?
Yes, Gaddis.
From Cape Buffalo.
Tried to get on the hood of the car.
So she could take a picture. So am I lying? Tassos? Tassos was there.
What did she say when you ripped her head off?
I jumped up and I went, "Get off the car."
What'd you say?
They just looked, sorry. There was one guy just running his fingers. Finally, I walked over there and went, "Can I have you something?" I just looked at the car. I'm not touching it. I said, "It's all down the side and up and down around the front." Well, I mean, I'm not touching it now.
While you're screaming at me, I'm not touching it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So then I went home.
People lose their minds.
I don't mind people looking at it. I don't mind people taking pictures.
I don't know, the hood.
That's exactly where she was going. Had I not jumped, because you could see she positioned her hands back onto the hood, getting ready to move herself up.
Yeah.
That's when we screamed at her. All of us at the table stood up. It's pretty fun.
An off-duty police officer dressed up as an axe-wielding man in what he intended to be a Halloween prank was shot and wounded by a man who believed he actually posed a threat. This was in Indiana. Shooter fired at Rick Conaway as the St. John police officer emerged from a wooded area and approached a Halloween night bonfire outside the home. He's listed in stable condition, by the way, with 2 gunshot wounds to the face. Daniel Frederick arrived at the party. He was told by people police were out looking for a man in a gray sweatshirt who was wearing a white mask and carrying an axe. They also had been seen, he said he'd been seen running after children in the neighborhood. Frederick then returned to his home, got his .32 caliber handgun. An hour later, returned to the party with a gun. Partygoers heard dogs barking and saw a man in the woods matching the description of the supposed axe-wielding man. So what's his name? Shot him a couple times in the face before he revealed it was actually a prank.
Oh, that's too bad.
I can take her tore up. A week after the film Radio premiered...
I got jet lag.
I know. I'm sure you do. It's only one time zone.
No, it's not.
New York to here?
That's there's an extra hour there.
It's one time zone. It's 1 hour away. They're Eastern, we're Central.
Yeah.
So why would you have jet lag?
It was a quick flight.
Okay. You wouldn't have jet lag. Just 1 hour.
So?
Go.
Yes, I did.
And you got back at 6 a.m.
Is that what the website says?
Yes.
Something like that. 6, 8, I don't know.
But straight to Romy's house. No sleep for you.
No.
You're a good friend.
I know.
A week after the film Radio premiered around the nation, the man whose life inspired the film awoke to find his room engulfed in flames. This early Saturday morning, fire destroyed James Robert Radio Kennedy's room, but caused only minor damage to the rest of the house that he shares with his family. The fire began in Kennedy's room, probably an electrical failure. Shortly after the fire, Kennedy awoke, saw the flames, woke his brother and roommate George Cool Rock Kennedy. They woke their brother Walter and his wife. All 4 residents escaped the home. James Kennedy, who was 56, who was also mentally disabled, became an inspiration first for the local football team at T.L. Hanna High School, and then at the community at large. Katie Segal says, fans of 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter wouldn't have gone for the Bewitched thing, where all of a sudden there's a new Darren appears. So he's not being replaced. Instead, the storyline has him dying and the family mourning his loss.
I thought they were going to add James Garner.
He's going to come in as the granddad. Yeah. But they're not going to come up with a new father, in other words. They're going to mourn the father's death, and the granddad's going to come in and try to take over.
All right. That series isn't going to last. I'm surprised they're even going to give it a shot.
I agree. Well, they got to address it somehow. They've made some money on it. It's about all. I think it's all about what ABC's got going for it right now.
Well, I even think that the last episode that John Ritter was in
didn't do that.
His last one alive. I mean, it was the top 10, but what was it? 14 million? 15?
Yeah, it wasn't very many.
Yeah,
it was like half of what number 1 was.
So obviously, dying wasn't even that big of a ratings boost.
Yeah, it's over. They're just trying to save it. And let's see, Paul McCartney's kids from his first marriage to Linda McCartney are not thrilled with the new wife, Heather Mills. Has given him a new heir. In fact, they haven't even given a word of congratulations to their dad, not even publicly. Spokeswoman for Paul's fashion designer daughter, Stella, said only, quote, Stella is unreachable for comment.
Hold on a second. Eddie said we got a break. Okay, see what Ronnie wants. Yeah, Ronnie?
Hey, buddy, hope you enjoyed your trip.
Thank you.
Listen, whatever become of that you suing that Fort Worth paper for yanking your ass out drunk or something?
Who was that?
Oh, the Fort Worth,
Star Telegram?
No. It was Fort Worth Weekly.
Oh.
It's that one you get for free on the street corner.
The clock's 4 minutes fast, Ronnie.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Not that you care since you don't have a job.
No.
I forgot what happened with that. Did I put Trey on that?
Yes, you did.
Well, there you go.
Forgot exactly what the whole story was.
They wrote the story that you were outside your vehicle drunk, which was not true. They had several facts wrong. I can't remember what else it was, but they had several facts incorrect. One of them was that you were actually drunk outside your vehicle. The police stopped.
Dan, pull up their website. I forgot what they were writing about me. Just pull up their website and type in Russ Martin in their archive. See if anything pops up. It hadn't been that long. Wasn't it the last year?
It's been a little over a year, yeah.
I can still sue them. I think I got a couple of years.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't jumped up anybody's ass for a while. We need to get a chalkboard in here and keep a list of people that I'm pissed off at or hate so I don't forget about it, because we get a few days away from it and I got too many other things going on.
We'll get that board that Trey bought that he was going to put up. And
that never hung up?
Yeah.
That sat in the office for almost a year?
We'll get that one.
Yeah.
Put it in here.
Was he at the Brumley?
Wall painted?
Say it again?
Did you get your wall painted?
Oh, yes.
Wall's painted.
Yeah. I had to skip working out Saturday to come up here and make sure that it was done.
When did you skip your workout?
Saturday morning. I didn't go to New York until late Saturday night.
Well,
Shut up.
I'm aware of that, but what time Saturday morning?
I don't know. 8:30.
You and I were emailing all morning Saturday morning. all the way up till noon.
So I checked the wall and made sure it was painted.
We were instant messaging and emailing all the way up till noon. When did you have time to leave?
And I checked and it was painted, but I had to blow off my workout.
You did not.
So that's why I didn't work out Saturday.
Your schedule's not working for the weekend here.
Why? Why would I lie about that?
I was on the computer with you.
What time?
Most of the morning, from 8 till almost noon. Did you work out? Wait, you left for a while. You told me you were going to work out.
I didn't go to work out. I couldn't. I had to come up here and check on the wall.
You didn't. No, you
and now I got to work out an extra night this week. This specific night that Siebert wants to take me to dinner.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Yes. I remember when you told me you came up and...
Thanks for the cover.
News and information brought to us by Firewater Grill.
Did he come see you guys today in the office? Because he emailed me 4 times and called me once. He wants to go to dinner bad for some reason, and I don't know what's going on.
Probably thinks you're mad about him about this wall thing.
The whole wall thing was absolutely retarded.
Yes.
It takes us a month, 2 months to get paid for stuff that we do. They can't get the things fixed in the studio. And all of a sudden getting a wall painted is a rush job.
Just had corporate coming in.
So what? If I was corporate, I'd be more worried about what the station sounds like as opposed to a wall being painted. And the color sample they gave us, the station said, hey, this will match the other walls.
Yeah.
There ain't no color like that in the building.
Not even close.
It's like the walls are light blue, the new stuff. Like royal.
Yeah.
So anyway, Siebert's guy, can we go to dinner Thursday? Busy. Sorry. Got to work out Thursday. Couldn't work out Saturday because you wanted me to come check on the effing wall. Saturday was busy.
Yes, I remember when you told me you were going to check on the wall.
Nice cover.
Sorry. There's news and information brought to us by the Firewater Grill. I'll see you there on, let me see, your Friday night, 9 to 11 o'clock. J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3.
This is Russ Martin.
I'm not talking to him.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Why?
Because he was all twisted about getting this damn new wall out here painted that blocks off my weight room that I had put up. I paid for
Yes.
the materials.
I understand.
Now he wants to go to dinner Thursday. I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Why? What's the big deal about going to dinner with him?
I don't want to. Got to teach him a lesson. They have to be punished.
He's your boss.
I've heard that.
Okay. It's true. Just go to dinner.
It's funny. I see him down. I go to the break room and I see Siebert coming. So I come hauling ass back up the hall. And he's screaming at me, come here.
Yeah. So you run in here and I'm like, what in the world's going on? I thought Dave Stephen was after you again.
No.
It's him.
Yeah.
And you go diving underneath the console. He knows where you are. He comes in.
He didn't know I was in here.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, because he walked in, looked around, and smiled like, okay, that was slick. Where is he? And I just went, hey, Dave. You know you're hiding from him.
I'm mad. We got to eat. Oh, is Gail off?
Gail's out, yeah.
All right.
I got traffic.
Where's Gail? Is she sick?
I don't know.
No, it didn't matter. And I like the way that she swore to me on Thursday. I want to come up Friday so I can see Al. I'll sit in the studio. I won't make a sound. I will stay quiet the entire time. I'll just do traffic, and that'll be it.
Said it over and over and over.
She ain't in the studio 2.5 minutes. She's already talking in the background.
Back there knitting. Off mic, just talking.
And then even after we brought it up, she comes back in, does it again. Mm-hmm. So no more visitors.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
We have Advanced Laser, KTXA, and Shiner Bach.
All right, your out cue is, looks like something of Shiner, Texas.
Brought to you by Advanced Laser Clinics. For the best in laser hair removal and skin rejuvenation procedures, call Advanced Laser Clinics, 866-54-LASER. 3 Dallas locations, 866-54-LASER. Win $1,000 in cash instantly from UPN 21. Just watch The King of Queens all this week at 5 p.m. Just watch, dial, and win all this week at 5 p.m. only on UPN 21. Brought to you by Shiner Light, the only light beer good enough to be approved by citizens of Shiner, Texas.
There we go. Southbound Highway 161 at Highway 183, a disabled tractor trailer that's on the right shoulder. Also in Dallas, heavy traffic northbound Central Expressway between Royal Lane and 635. Heavy traffic on the eastbound 635 between Preston Road and US 75. Also in Tarrant County now, southbound 35, that's the South Freeway. After Seminary Drive, there's an accident. That's the center lane is blocked. Eastbound George Bush Turnpike before Coit Road, a disabled vehicle blocking that right lane. And in Denton, 2 lanes are blocked southbound 35 Stemmons between George Bush and Whitlock Lane. And one more thing in Denton, southbound 35 at 121 bypass, there's an accident there. News and information, weather, whatever this is, brought to us by Diamond Shamrock Corner and Pringles. Pringles reminds you that once you pop, the fun won't stop. At Diamond Shamrock Corner stores, large cans of Pringles are $1.29 or 2 for $2. And by Ford Quality Checked Certified Pre-Owned Dealer. Peace of mind and great value, that's what you get with Ford Quality Checked Certified Pre-Owned Vehicles. Go to CPO.com. All right, 64 for the low tonight. Tomorrow, again, partly cloudy, 81. It is 79 now at Live 105.3.
All right. Well, he brought me in the story that was in the Fort Worth Weekly. I can't remember if I ever asked Everett about this or not.
I think you did when it first came out.
If you're not giving Everett money, he doesn't pay attention.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He got you out of this problem without you paying him any money. This original problem.
Anyway, he didn't do anything unless you're paying him.
You didn't pay him.
You don't know what I gave him.
You're not in jail. Yes, I do.
Okay, this was why I was put into a story. They were writing about Darryl Coffey, best elected official. Hey, call that, who's the guy in Denton? Hey!
I'm sorry, I was doing that.
What are you doing?
Tim Powers.
What are you doing?
I got the story too. I was just highlighting it to make sure you got all the points. Tim Powers. What's the matter? I got the story. I'm trying to be ahead.
I'm talking to you. What's the name of the guy? And you're sitting down there doing something. Focus on the show. Listen.
Powers.
You've got the worst, what's he got the worst of? Those.
I hate that. I'll do better than...
I'm sitting there talking right at you.
I'll get more of those.
Doing some highlighting stuff. Don't highlight. I have the story. You don't need to read it.
I heard you saying that. When you normally say get a hold of, you're normally talking to O'Malley.
I said, what was the name of the guy?
Tim Powers. From Denton.
Tim Powers, please. Give me your story. You're not focusing on the show. Give it to me.
I have 2 copies. I'm keeping one.
Best elected official, Darryl Coffey, Tarrant County Judge, Criminal Court number 8. Known as the Kentucky Wonder around the courthouse for the speed with which he is, his docket and country lawyer's sense of fairness. Darryl Coffey, who grew up in the Tobacco State's Cumberland County, has been on the bench here since 1991. Defense attorneys, prosecutors, probation officers, interpreters, and defendants alike all say he... Is that Mets? M-E-T-E-S?
Yeah, it should be Meats.
No, he does out justice based on the Constitution and common sense. Cruelty to an animal can get the offender a term in the city's livestock barns, shoveling up poop. He treats the accused with dignity and walks the extra mile to right an injustice. In one celebrated case, he proved that a lifelong Republican can have a delicious sense of humor. But then he is from Kentucky. Seems. I like the way seems. That means they don't really know, but this is what we hear.
Yeah.
We didn't research, but we think we got it right. Is that Tim? Talking to O'Malley this time.
I understand. I don't know who it is.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Russ.
You been listening at all?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Here's the story. You let me know if I have a case. This happened last year, and I put Trey on it, and I forgot about it. But you only do criminal, though, right?
Right.
Okay. This would be civil.
Yes.
All right. But you're versed in civil as well, right?
Oh, yeah. I can pretty much, I think I know what you're going to ask, and I'll try to answer for you.
Well, then I'll just ask. Do they have any exposure?
I don't think so. And I don't think so because you are a public figure.
So that means you don't have to write? You don't have to research anything? You can write whatever you please?
No. Basically, the U.S. Supreme Court has said that public figures can no longer sue successfully for libel unless the reporters were guilty of actual malice, that they actually had to know it was false and decided to print it anyway. And the problem is it is made, and here's the deal, is that if it's a quasi-public official, somebody like me, okay, on the radio once in a while, but certainly, nobody knows my name, that might have an argument there one way or another. But somebody like you, who 1 out of 3 people knows who Russ Martin is in Dallas-Fort Worth market, or if not more than that, you walk through, everybody knows who you are. You're certainly a public figure in this market. And because the Fort Worth Weekly or somebody else puts that in there, they would actually have to know it wasn't true. They could say, well, it was reported to me, and that's the way I found it out, or a police officer said this, or this is what I heard, and you can't make the jump to actual malice. The other problem that you may have is that, you've got to articulate and really delineate some damages. The fact is that this was an article about coffee. It wasn't an article about you. You were a piece of it, and you're mad as hell, and I don't blame you because it's inaccurate the way the situation came down. But the fact of the matter is, if they didn't do it with that wanton disregard, you're probably not going to have any damages on them, and I don't know what effect it's going to have on you, quite honestly. I had an article in the paper about me that it wasn't very complimentary. They were saying I was working all kinds of deals with the district attorney's office, which wasn't true, and business went up. So the thing is that, So you didn't go back and, well, just because it worked out to your benefit this time doesn't mean that you don't go back and take them to court. No, but there's a landmark case, which is really the land of the law, the law of the land, rather, New York Times versus Sullivan, in which the U.S. Supreme Court said that. Oh, Everett threw that out. Wasn't that in the 60s? It was in the 60s, but it's still the law of the land. They still follow it, and you're exactly in the same position as all these people in these BS rags, the Globe, the National Enquirer. Well, they go back and they sue them, and they get millions of dollars. But they're all over. They get millions of dollars if they get in front of a jury. But the thing that people don't realize is that most of those verdicts are overturned. I didn't know that. Most of those, Floyd Abrams, Dan Abrams' father, who represents a lot of media outlets, but 75% of the jury trials that actually get to trial, the jury will award damages. But the appellate courts, because the law isn't explained to them properly or they interpret the law wrongly, most of the verdicts are overturned. Well, jury's not going to give me any money. Mm-hmm. Especially get to prove damage, and there really is, very little damage to your reputation. Well, all right, here's the rest. First of all, a lot of this is absolutely wrong, and I don't know where they got the information, because I didn't get arrested in Fort Worth. No. So I don't know who they talked to. Accused dignity was, where's that Seams word? Uncelebrated case. Seams, Radio 103.5's Russ Martin, the talk that rocks, wound up in... Can't say that anymore. No, they got the frequency right. It's just the whole story starts out wrong. Yeah. 103.5's Russ Martin wound up in Coffey's court last year where he pled guilty to obstruction of a highway. Well, first of all, I pleaded no contest. Not the point. After Fort Worth cops, wasn't arrested in Fort Worth, caught him drunk outside his auto. That wasn't even close to what happened. Mm-hmm. Put on probation. That's true. Martin completed his conditions and was released by Coffey from further obligations. His debt to society paid in full. True. When the DJ popped off later on the air about taking wine enemas, which I didn't, that was JD, a probation officer from Coffey's court heard it and went ballistic. He revoked Martin's release from probation, ordered him to pay back costs, all without Coffey's knowledge. And which he doesn't have the authority to do. What is it? Wait a minute. Back up. He did what? The probation officer doesn't have the authority to go over a judge's order. Well, they didn't even tell Coffey what was going on. Yeah. Because they told me, okay, here's the deal. I'll give it to you as quick as I can. They said, all right, it'll be obstruction of a passageway, 4 months. The actual thing will be 12 months probation, but we'll let you off in 4. You get everything done. You're finished. 4 months comes and goes. They went, hey, you were talking about drinking on the air. You're out. You're staying on probation until next year. And you got to keep showing up here. You know what it's like to show up someplace where people might recognize you and you got to hang out in a room with a bunch of convicts?
And you just hope. And
I do that every day. I'm in court.
But you're not there because you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you're waiting for him to call your name so you can go talk to your probation officer. Russell Martin.
Oh, Jesus.
And you look around the room. And I kept my mustache shaved the whole time, so hopefully nobody would recognize me. And then you go through that little door that you hear click open.
Mm-hmm.
Russ, you wrong! Great. And I had to do that every month. They didn't even check with coffee on it. He goes, there was no reason for that.
So there's no question that you're a public figure, I guess, that we're not going to win that argument.
All right, so even though they didn't check anything, they have no exposure, no liability.
They had to know it was false and print it anyways. So the fact that they didn't check it is a defense to them that, well, hey.
Well, this makes it look like I was going to go get in my car drunk and get it the way it's written.
Right.
Which wasn't the case.
Right. That's absolutely true. But the fact is that and the problem is that it's going to, this New York Times versus Sullivan case actually reversed the burden to you to prove that it is false. And as you know, the media sources are usually privileged and they don't have to divulge them unless you can show that there was no other possible place they could have got the information. And so it's almost an insurmountable burden for you to meet the burden, even if you had damages and you could prove it.
I ain't getting no money.
You're not getting no money. If you waste your money, go after them. Probably could have them print an apology or a retraction. However, why bring it up again?
Just to be a pain.
Yeah. We could write them a letter if you want and tell them this is not the way it happened. Check their facts, and we want a correction. You want to do that?
Every fact in this article is wrong.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Absolutely. Okay. Do you mind doing that?
I do not mind doing that. I'll have a letter ready by Wednesday.
What's that going to cost me?
We'll work it out.
No, I want to know ahead of time.
I'll work it. It's not a problem.
Well, how much?
We'll work it out.
I don't like that.
Well, why did they put that little box room around your weights? I could use those once in a while.
Oh, when you're up here on the weekend?
Yeah.
All right.
But they box me in on it.
Okay. That'll be all right then. And you're really going to do this? Because I know how Everett is. You tell him to do it, and because you ain't giving him any money, he don't do it.
No, I'll fax a letter down to Tassos or Dan on Wednesday, and you'll approve it before it goes out.
Yeah. And make it good and nasty.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Tim Powers. TimPowers.com. Can't just print stuff without checking it out. They didn't call me. They didn't check. Obviously didn't check any records because I didn't get arrested in Fort Worth.
No. The wine enema thing wasn't even you. Jesus.
DJ popped off later on the air about taking wine enemas. I thought I was going to come unglued. Whenever called me at the house, he goes, you're not going to believe this. After 4 months, Coffee said, submit the paperwork. We'll cut off probation at 4 months. You're done, said, adjudicate it. You'll never see it. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
Everett calls me. I remember what I was doing. I was putting together my new desk in my house, in my office. Everett calls and he goes, I got some bad news. They revoked your probation. You got to stay on it till January. I went, okay. Wait till January comes, and I'm free and clear of this.
I remember that was the hardest thing in the world for you to do.
Yeah, because I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't say anything. Because if I got on the air and started chewing Coffee's ass, he could drag me back into court.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to make sure that all the paperwork was done and the entire case was disposed before I got on the air. As it played out, Coffee became a friend of the show.
Yes.
We like him now. And some of this wasn't even his fault. It was a probation bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing, Eddie?
Getting close.
Yeah, Chris?
Hey, Russ, I was just giving you a holler to see how's the weather in New York Saturday?
Saturday night, it was, hang on, it was,
No, don't be looking at weather.com. Put it down.
It was all right. It was kind of a overcast night. Some showers.
You caught the storm?
No, it was storm a little bit further out from where I was.
Okay, yeah, it didn't rain in New York, you're right.
Thank you. See?
Yeah. It snowed.
I don't know what it did.
Because you weren't there.
I mean, outside of where I was.
Just admit you weren't there.
I went. Why would I lie about going to New York? There's no punchline to this.
I know.
It's not getting me out of anything. I went. Why wouldn't I go?
Why would you go? For 6 hours?
L.A. wanted me to go.
I was with you till 5 o'clock, almost 6.
When?
Saturday night. So you would have had to gone straight to the airport.
You weren't with me till 5 or 6.
Yeah, we were in the parking lot till at least 5. Sun was setting.
At the Brumley thing?
Yeah, we started at 2. We were there till 5.
Were we?
You and I in the parking lot till almost 5.
All right.
Okay.
And?
So you went straight to the airport?
Yes.
You know, on a plane by what, 8?
My flight left at 9:25.
It left exactly at 9:25.
Something like that.
What airline? No, what you ought to know.
American Airlines. It was one of those Mad Dog.
Mad Dog?
80s.
MD-80s.
That's what I said.
You left exactly at 9:25.
Something like that. I don't have a watch on. I just know that I got there.
Most people know what time their planes leave.
Well, I'm not as anal about stuff like that. And the plane got to New York, and L.A. met me there with a cab, and then we went back to her
so it was
hotel.
10:30 Eastern time before you left here. Midnight-ish, at least, maybe 12:30 New York time when you got in.
That's pretty close.
But you were back in Dallas at 8:25 the next morning.
Why?
So you were in town about 3 hours.
A little bit longer.
And slept no time. You didn't sleep at all.
I slept on the plane coming back.
Okay.
Why? What's your question?
I'm just checking out. It's just amazing to me. Because I just know how much you hate to travel.
LA's that important.
Do you remember your flight number? The departure?
No, it's just
9:25-ish Saturday night.
McDonald 80.
MD-88.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, okay.
Nice plane.
I understand.
I believe it was silver.
Nice. They all are.
Well, that was mine.
They all are.
Yeah, Kelly?
Hey, I just wanted to ask what you noticed about the World Trade Center. What the...
Great big hole. It's very horrendous. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm still upset about the whole thing.
Okay. What?
But I've seen it. It's finally sunk in.
Is it?
Yes.
You feel better now?
Yeah.
And you went into what city again? I forgot. LaGuardia?
LaGuardia, yes.
LaGuardia. Okay.
What are you looking at?
I'm just seeing what the schedules were for that day.
I don't know why you don't believe me. There's the picture right there on my website, and I showed you the Polaroid of me in L.A.
A black chick. It's not L.A. It's not.
And that's where you can obviously see we're in New York City.
That's New York.
In L.A.
That's a black chick in New York. That's not L.A.
In Los Angeles. I mean, New York City. We have to break, don't we?
Okay.
Good. Just drop this. There's nothing here.
I'm out. I won't bring it up again.
I don't know what you're trying to read into it.
No, I just wondered why. You would just take off for a couple hours in New York.
It was a nice departure.
Just get away.
Been a heavy Brumley week.
It certainly had been.
I'll play Eddie's eulogy to Al that he did at the memorial service when we come back. I still have jet lag.
This is Russ Martin.
All right. What do we do news last? 3:30. Is it 3:30?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll do news here, and then we'll listen to some of the eulogy stuff from Eddie's thing. How long did you talk Sunday?
Not very long.
I mean Saturday.
It wasn't very long at all. I mean, I had written out, I don't know how much stuff the night before, and then just couldn't read it.
What made you decide to toss it?
Just rereading over it, and I was like going, I just wrote stuff that I knew people wanted. I was writing it more as long, hoping, how do you say it? Like something somebody wanted to hear, not necessarily what I wanted to say.
Right.
And so as I started reading, I was like, I just can't do this. I mean, he was more of a friend than just somebody that I met.
Okay. Well, it worked out better that way. God, I didn't think some people were going to shut up.
Yeah.
Just on and on. There was, I don't even remember which chick it was, but talked for, was it 10 minutes?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. On and on and on and on and on and on and on.
It's like we had he had time to die again.
You and Eddie both did a really good job.
Thank you. Eddie cried.
So did you.
I ain't playing mine.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Play yours. Mm-mm. I cried the whole time. I don't care.
Did you really?
Oh, the whole time.
Maybe later.
The whole time I didn't cry is when that minister started off. I went, this is going to be a skate if he's going to be up there the whole time, because I'm just bored out of my mind.
With the poems and the passages and the songs, like, we're not getting any console. I'm not being consoled. I'm not feeling any. I don't know why they do that.
I don't know.
And the last time, it was the exact same place. We were there for Cindy Coyle's funeral, and the preacher lady is talking about, what was it, some bird or a boat or whatever?
Both. At one point it was fly. She read one poem, it was something about a bird flying away, and it was just over and over and over. Fly, little bird, fly, fly away.
And then there was another one with a boat going off in the distance, setting sail.
For the far horizon.
Right, just it goes off into nothingness. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'd give cash if I was on that effing boat. I don't know why they think these long, drawn-out things are entertaining. I get no message out of it. It serves no purpose.
It's torturous. I know what I don't want to happen to mine now. I just want to throw a party, actually, to be honest. I think that would be, Do
you want your body there?
Y'all aren't getting anywhere near my body.
Oh, come on. You're dead. No. You're gone. Let us have some fun with the body.
No.
You ruined the thing with Brumley.
I'll ruin it.
You wouldn't let us launch the bottle rockets from his hands.
I think that's very inappropriate.
What about the sparklers? That would have been funny.
No.
That wouldn't hurt him.
It wouldn't. That's not the point.
I really think.
I think that's against the law when you start messing with a corpse.
It is not. You set him up, stick some sparklers in his hands. That's a couple of Kool-Aid punch boxes.
No. Hey, little party. It's just sitting there. 4th of July. No.
All right.
But I'm having it written in. I'm going to have a party. Open bar, karaoke machine, the whole thing. Mine's going to be fun. Will you admit that was an hour of torture?
Except for when people got up to talk about Al, then I got something out of that. The great big long ones, no. I think 2 or 3 minutes, that's plenty. You get up, you get your stuff off, the family feels better that you're there, and you go on. Eddie's was perfect. It was about 2 minutes.
Maybe.
Because it didn't even seem that long. But it was just distracting. Ron Chapman was sitting right next to me, and I go up to talk, and his face doesn't change from start to finish.
That was odd.
Maybe he just, you know what? He was around Al a lot, especially when Chapman left KVIL and went over to K-Love.
Right.
And Al covered that in depth. So maybe Chapman just,
He's just trying not to cry, not be upset.
Yeah, Jason?
Hey, buddy. You got on the plane like at 9 o'clock?
I was a little bit before 9.
A little before 9?
Yeah.
Well, I've met you a bunch, and I swear I saw you and Valerie at Target.
You were at Target? You called to get Valerie's phone number. Why would you call to get Valerie's phone number if you get ready to get on an airplane? You went out with Valerie Saturday night.
I did not.
You did.
I did not.
The guy just said he saw you.
He didn't say when.
He said you didn't let him finish.
I thought he was done.
No, he wasn't. Saturday night.
I've been to Target many times. I enjoy Target very much.
I do too. Why did you call to get Valerie's phone number from me?
Just to say hi.
On the way
See
out
if
of
she
town.
was okay. Huh?
On the way out of town?
Yes.
Okay. He says he saw you there.
He didn't say Saturday night.
He didn't get a chance to.
Well,
you hung up on him.
Speak a little quicker next time.
I see. All right.
I was in New York City.
For 4 or 5 hours.
Yes.
And then back at the Brumley's house at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. It's all very feasible.
It's okay.
What?
What time did the plane leave coming out? You should remember that. That ought to be burned in your memory because you had to get to the airport at a certain time.
Right.
What flight was that? What time did you come back?
I got back about,
What time did the plane leave? Again from LaGuardia, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask him. Surely you had to remember that number because you had to be there at a very specific moment. That'd be easy to remember.
3:45.
3:45 a.m.?
Yes, it had to be a.m.
Eastern time.
I don't remember.
How do you not remember?
I don't have a watch.
You don't remember what time you had to be at the airport? So you arrived at about 1:30 and you left at 3:45. Okay. All right.
Had a lovely time.
Did you? Sounds like it.
What are you looking at on your computer?
I'm just seeing what time the early flight was. LaGuardia, DFW. Okay, let's look here. Early morning. First flight out would have been. Okay,
what time?
Where's LaGuardia?
Uh-huh.
It's giving me all these different options. Where's LaGuardia?
Come on, let's go.
It's not giving me LaGuardia. First departure, 5:47 a.m.
See?
See what?
You got to get there at least an hour and a half early.
You said you left at 3:45.
I did not. You said, what time do you get to the airport? I got there about 3:45 because you're supposed to be there at least an hour and a half. I believe they said 2 hours. I got there an hour and a half early. I was afraid I was going to miss the flight.
So it was 5:45 departure? What time did the plane actually take off?
3:45, 5:40. Yeah, it was exactly 2 hours early.
I lied.
Just like they said.
6:30.
Well, that's New York time.
Don't you even?
It is. It's very confusing. Time zone stuff. Jet lag. Oof.
That's why you have jet lag, yeah.
What is it, Abby?
Russ.
Yeah.
Just check the passenger manifest for American. You didn't have a ticket all weekend.
Huh?
You didn't have no ticket on American?
Yes. Well, first of all, you don't know what name I traveled under.
Well, I was going to say...
God damn, I'm good.
You really are. I'm going to buy you a ticket in New York just for that.
I don't travel under my real name.
Oh, of course not. Why would you? That's ridiculous.
Kind of have to, don't you?
Yeah. Picture ID, you know.
Yeah. Oh, well. $4.50. J.D. Robinson.
I believe you, Ed.
51053.
Brought to us by Crown Royal.
Crown Royal, blended Canadian whiskey, imported by the Crown Royal Company, Stamford, Connecticut. 40% alcohol by volume. Enjoy our quality responsibly, but don't drink if you're under 21.
And also by the Firewater Grill. I'll see you out there on Friday night from 9 to 11 o'clock. That's Technology Boulevard in Dallas. Used to be Sam's Boat. I'll be there Friday night. The Vagina Monologues was supposed to empower women to talk candidly and responsible about their area down there. But the new Harris poll says it seems that a lot of chicks didn't get the message. 75% of women still believe their vagina.
Sometimes I travel under my middle name.
Do you?
And that's on my driver's license, and that's the way I'm allowed to do that. I always use my first name when I travel.
So your middle name and last name would then be on the manifest.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that on the air.
No, but I got a friend that works there.
Fine.
At American Airlines. We'll
Go ahead and check it.
Okay, we'll pull it up. 75% of women still believe talking about that area down there is shocking. It's a shocking topic. 14% say women are as comfortable talking about their area as men are about their penis. 50% said the discussion should be held in private. 10%, only 10, say there's no shame in talking about their vagina, basically. But that's fewer than half the women ever examine it. In fact, 25% of the women say they have not seen that area on their body in over a year.
How could you not look at it?
I don't know. 25% say they haven't seen, 25% they might be the fat ones and not be able to see it.
Are they saying they don't even look down to see it?
They don't even try to examine that area. They don't, actually look at the
feeling?
Right. I don't know. Anyway, Cowboys, you see the Cowboy game when you got back from New York?
What time was the Cowboy game?
3 o'clock.
Yes.
They won 21-14. It was a messy game, though. God, they should not have won that game. They overcame 4 turnovers, 2 touchdowns, penalties, multitude of other errors. The truth probably won't be known for another 24 days, whether they're going to make it or not, when the Cowboys have finished a 5-game stretch in November that Coach Bill Parcells has dubbed Showtime. This much, however, is clear. The Cowboys, now 6-2, are tied for the NFC's best record with Minnesota, Carolina, and Seattle midway through the 2003 season. Dallas leads Philadelphia by 1 game, and New York Giants by 2 in the NFC. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Get the look on your face.
Hold on. Did you go get the light bulb?
I have somebody go get it.
A fluorescent?
Yeah, I broke mine.
Oh. Eddie brought up a Kroger chicken. We're going to hook up a fluorescent light to it and see when you hit it with the stun gun if it lights up. Because that's what we're going to do to Tassos when we stick him in the ass.
Have him hold a fluorescent bulb.
We're going to tape him to his nipples. Okay. Each end. Did you get a small one?
Yes.
Small tube? Yeah. Tape him to his nipples. Okay. And when we shock him on the ass, we're going to see if the fluorescent tube lights. Very cool. Oh, we still got to weigh him today. Because if he hasn't lost 2 pounds.
We didn't get him on Friday, yeah?
Yeah, from last week. What did he weigh last time? 331?
331.
All right, so he's got to weigh 329. 329. Or he gets zapped.
Okay.
I think it'll light it up.
We're going to try on the chicken first, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to light it up.
I bet it does. I wonder if it'll make their legs jump out. Let's try before, where's the stun gun?
It's up there.
Come after chicken. Go ahead, John.
Okay. Good day for the Stars, too. Mike Modano, Brendan Morrow, Jason Arnett, and Marty Turco helped Dallas produce its most complete and dominating game of the season. 7-3. They thrashed Nashville at the American Airlines Center. Stars are now 7-4-1-0, earned 7 of a possible 8 points in the last 4 games, and have some momentum heading into the 3-game road trip against the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Bruins. Scientists from Stanford are pumped about finding a key that may unlock a cure for Down syndrome. Downs is caused in babies.
Well, I got to start bagging my own groceries now?
Stop it. Downs is caused in babies born with an extra copy of the chromosome 21, but now doctors say they have found a gene on chromosome 21 that causes the mental retardation associated with Down syndrome. So they're hoping that a drug could be created to neutralize that gene and reverse the retardation, even in adults with Down syndrome.
Let's go bag my groceries.
Other people. But while mental retardation could be cured, the miracle drug won't be able to do anything about the appearance of a patient with Down syndrome. So
that's going to suck, because then you're going to know you're retarded looking.
God, quit it. What's wrong with you? God.
That's the downside of it.
Yeah.
Is, all right, you don't have Down syndrome anymore, but you still look retarded. And now you know the difference. I don't think that's fair. If you can't fix everything, I don't think they should fix the intelligence.
They can't fix the look. But they might be able to fix the retarded.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
If you looked retarded and you were retarded, would you not want to be retarded anymore?
I would think I would not want to be retarded.
Even though you're going to be stuck with that look.
Even if I still had to look that way. Remember Trey? Okay. No.
Hold on. Is this going to hurt me when I hit the chicken?
Unless you're touching the chicken.
All right. You sure?
Positive.
All right. Where should I hit it?
I'd hit it up around the neck area.
All right.
This is going to be so funny to jump. I'm just going to lose it.
Should we wait until after 5 o'clock when heavy drive sets in? I hate to waste shocking the chicken before drive.
I don't know.
Well, we still have the fluorescent tube thing.
Yes.
That we'll have for heavy drive.
Okay.
So. Here we go. Right here?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
You sure this isn't going to come back and get me?
It won't.
Or like this?
Either way.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
How big is this chicken?
A couple of pounds. 2, 3.
How much was it?
$4. $3.36.
Yeah, that's a couple pounds. Here we go. Sure it's not going to get me?
It won't.
All right. Here it comes. I just keep expecting the legs to go shooting straight out.
I'm going to lose my bowels if that happens, I swear.
Because it still has tendons and stuff in it, right?
Yeah, it should have all the nerves and everything.
I'm actually excited. Let's wait till afternoon.
Okay. We can do that. Laura Snyder of Netscape's Love and Personal section has 5 sex secrets that men wish women knew. Number 1, men love a woman's body. Once you get naked, don't hide under the sheets. Number 2, acrobat sexual positions aren't that big of a deal.
Wait a minute, what's the headline of the story again?
It's 5 sex secrets that men wish women knew.
All right, give the first 2 again.
Okay, the first one was men love a woman's body. Once you get naked, don't hide under the sheets.
I don't know. There's some chicks I prefer they cover stuff up.
Yeah, if you're fat and gross.
Well, not even fat and gross. I don't want to see your flaws. If you got a really hot body, I want to see it all. I want the lights on.
Yeah.
No fun banging a chick with a hot body if you can't see it all.
That's true.
If you got flaws, cover those up. Go ahead.
Acrobatic positions aren't that big of a deal. Cool down. Be more traditional most of the time.
See? Guys like that.
Mm-hmm. Guys like just normal sex.
Isn't that what they're saying?
Yes.
Things that guys wish chicks knew. I don't like a bunch of acrobats.
No, I don't like that either.
Sitting on top, I'm okay with that. Rocking back and forth, I like that. Anything else? Mm-mm. Dressing up?
Mm-mm. I like that. Stand up against, have you ever done it standing up? That's kind of fun. Or hold the girl while you're standing.
I've done, yeah.
I mean, it's just temporary. You can't do it like very long. It gets old.
Why would you do it standing up?
It's just something fun, something different. Up against the wall. Or hold her.
I got it. I've done it in the kitchen with her bent over. Up against the counter.
Yeah, that's fun.
That way she can,
fix you a sandwich. You're so sick. Number 3, men have hot spots other than just our penis. Spend a little time on our back, our neck, the inner thigh. They're afraid to admit it, but most guys are okay with a little nipple play. Number 4, wetter is always better. Dry friction hurts and is not good for you. Snyder says whether spit, lube, or natural juices, let it flow.
And sometimes chicks won't let you use lube because they feel like they want it to be natural. It's like, you need some help.
Yeah. I've run into a lot of chicks that absolutely go yuck when you try to use spit.
I don't know. I'm big on that.
Yeah. Like, don't do that. What are you doing? And finally, he wants your help. Men do a lot of video research on the right way to take care of your needs, but what appears to work on a nasty video may not work on you, so give some feedback, and if necessary, lend a helping hand.
Or just shut up and get it over with.
I'm hip on that.
Hold on. Yeah, Robert?
Hey, I have the best sexual position for you. You ready? Hello?
All right, I'm ready now.
Okay. All right. You get the girl laying flat on her belly on the bed with her legs straight.
Yeah.
And then you straddle her and you stick it in. And then you press up and down on the bed and get the bed going real fast. It's absolutely fabulous.
All right, thanks. I don't know what he said.
Chick on her belly, basically.
I'm just thinking about hitting this chicken with a stun gun. I don't care. Anything else? Yeah. Go ahead.
Britney Spears and John Cusack may be getting all together. According to the British tabloids, supposedly she met him while performing at some club in New York.
Who was this?
Britney Spears and John Cusack. At some club in New York, and they've been out a few times. One source says, quote, they are seeing each other. It's too early to say where it may lead, but there is definitely something there. She's 21. He is 37.
He's a dork. He was a dork when we had him on the TV show.
I agree.
Shows up for a TV interview to promote his movie, Say Anything.
Yeah, wow, good memory.
With Ione Skye.
Remember that?
I think that's her name. She was hot. They would let us talk to her.
After you insulted Cusack.
He had it coming.
He did
show up for an interview. You can't even clean up. He comes in wearing a do-rag.
I know.
What was this? It was 1989.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the first interviews we did when we were doing the TV show. Shows up, do-rag. He ain't there. He's too hip for the room. Piss him off, and then we're supposed to do an interview with Ione Skye. Little hot piece.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, she's not available.
Well, I thought we were doing this interview. Isn't she in this room just next door?
Wouldn't be moved. She went to New York on the red eye.
I went.
You didn't go.
I got back about 7:45 Sunday morning.
You said you had a 3:30 departure.
I said I got there at 3:45.
7:45.
2 hours before my flight was supposed to leave. Flight leaves about 5:45.
Yeah.
I got back about 7:45.
That's close.
It's close because it's right. I went
to New York for 4 or 5 hours.
I did.
Okay.
Let it go.
And finally, the Guinness Book of World Records has the largest free rock concerts of all time, the top 10 list. And one of them actually was in Fort Worth, Texas in 1997. The Blockbuster Rock Fest. 385,000 people were there, no doubt.
Was that out at the Motor Speedway?
I believe it was.
All right, go ahead.
Woodstock was number 9.
How many people were at the Blockbuster thing?
385,000.
How many at Woodstock?
400,000.
All right.
SARS-AID, that was in Toronto in 2003. That was 450,000 people.
All right.
Simon and Garfunkel in Central Park, 1981. That's 500,000 people showed up there. Isle of Wight Festival, 1970, 600,000. That was Jimi Hendrix, The Doors, The Who, Joan Baez, Jethro Tull, those acts.
I hate The Doors.
Why?
I just do. And I hate Bob Dylan.
You would have hated the show. Summer Jam with Watkins Glen.
Loved them.
That's a city.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 people over there. I don't have any idea what this is. Steve Wozniak's U.S. Festival in Devore, California, 1983. 670,000 people. That was Motley Crue, Willie Nelson, Wall of Voodoo, Ozzy, Van Halen, U2, NXS, David Bowie. Garth Brooks in Central Park in 1997. 750,000 people showed up for that.
That's weird, and especially being in New York.
Yeah, Garth for free in New York City. The New York Philharmonic was bigger than that. In Central Park in New York City in 1986, 800,000 people showed up for the New York Philharmonic.
Great.
And finally, Mr. Rod Stewart, who never won a Grammy.
He was number 1?
Yeah. Number 1.
How many people?
It doesn't even show. That's odd. It's number 1. They didn't show how many people.
So you just got the story and didn't read all the way to the end?
I read all the way to the end. That's the end right there.
All right. So why didn't you check, see how many people were there?
Over 800,000. A million.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, and finally, on some audio, CBS celebrated its diamond anniversary.
Yes, we have time?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
CBS celebrated its diamond anniversary last night in New York with a live broadcast on CBS. Cut number 1 is Adrienne Barbeau, who was asked what her favorite memory of Maude was.
I like the episode when somebody was teaching her how to do the hustle.
Oh, yes.
Great big milky jugs.
Yes.
What stands out to me was the day that Bill Macy was late for work, and he called in and said, I'm stuck in traffic. And we were all sitting around ready to read the next week's script. So Norman Lear sent one of the script supervisors down to the office to type up a new front page for the script. And when Bill came in, he sat down and looked down, and the script's title was Walter's Fatal Heart Attack. He was never late again.
All right, Link Letters, cut number 2. He says he got the idea for his career right before quitting radio.
I was just ready to quit and go on with my English teaching when a couple of guys in Dallas took a microphone.
Is he drunk?
No, he's just old.
Oh.
He was...
I was just ready to quit and go on with my English teaching when a couple...
I think he's drunk.
No, he's just really, really old. He was old when we were kids.
Oh.
I was just ready to quit and go on with my English teaching when a couple of guys in Dallas took a microphone out on the street and they asked passersby...
What? He's not. He's old.
What they thought and where they were going. It was the first man in the street show that I know of. When I heard it, I said, whoa, wait a minute. That's what I can do, talk, because I'd spent so much of my school career in the office of the principal for talking. And so I jumped in, started doing Man in the Street. Then I started doing quiz shows, then I started doing game shows, then stunt shows, then...
I started drinking. Go ahead.
Cut number 3 is Dawn Wells, Marianne of Gilligan's Island, was asked why the show succeeded so well.
I think it's a simple escape. I think it was something to laugh about. Everybody's fantasy was to be marooned, obviously, or the Survivor stuff wouldn't be on the air. It was everybody's fantasy, and the cast was great. We had a wonderful variety of comedians, I think. It worked.
And number 4 is Larry Hagman recalling a dicey encounter with a fan while he was in Dallas.
One time I was at the mansion having lunch in Dallas, and out of the corner of my eye I saw this very old lady eyeing me, and I knew she was going to come down and ask for an autograph. And she got in her walker and took about 5 minutes to go 10 yards, and she took her handbag and hit me upside the head and knocked me off the chair, and saying, "You rascal, you ought to treat Sue Ellen better than you do." And she said, "Oh my God," looking at me lying on the floor, "oh my gosh, I forgot my husband gave me his revolver, and I hadn't carried this bag in some time."
CBS at 75. Smacked him in the head.
Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I watched most of it. Everybody was there. It was amazing. It was a great audience.
I forgot that it was on.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was really good.
Who else was on it?
Very cool. Those were just some of them. Dan Rather were there, or Bob Barker, June Lockhart, Martin Landau, Lucy Arnaz, Ray Romano. I mean, just the crowd. You couldn't take a crowd shot without going, "Hey, wow, look!" Since I've seen him, it was a good show.
All right.
News and information brought to us by the the North Texas Gun Club. Russ and Eddie will be at the Big Town Exhibit Hall coming up this Saturday from 11 to 1, and you will have the Batmobile there for pictures. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3, the Talk that Rocks, Texas.
This is Russ Martin. Live 105.3.
The 2003 Russ Martin Show police, fire, and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
Doing traffic again?
I am.
What do you got?
I don't have it with me, though. They didn't bring it in yet.
You don't have traffic?
They're printing it.
We knew we were going to do this report how long ago?
6 minutes ago.
All right. Why is it not printed?
I don't know.
You seen this look on my face before?
Mm-hmm. Friday.
Yeah. It's going to get worse.
I have those three.
Just do the sponsorships and blow off traffic.
It's not LASIK.
Stop.
It's IntraLASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening at our free IntraLASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend. Racetrack, where the gasoline is 100% guaranteed. They're so confident in the quality of their gasoline that if their gas ever causes a problem with your car, verify it with a certified mechanic and they'll pay for the repairs. Racetrack gasoline is always 100% guaranteed.
Is that it?
Yep. Weather 64 for the low tonight, partly sunny, 81 tomorrow. It's 77 now at Live 105.3.
I'm going to put everybody's name in a hat, and the next time something like this happens, I'm pulling a name out, and that person's fired, and I'm not changing my mind, and nothing's going to vary from that.
Okay.
Do we all understand that? You got it? Do you have it? I'm tired of this show turning into an F-up because people can't get their heads out of their asses. I was actually probably too lenient Friday. I didn't jump everybody's ass about everything. Today is the last day. Do we all understand? I want you to stand up and I want you to say, I understand. Do you? You got it?
Yes.
I ain't talking to you. You got it?
I got it.
All right. I'm not kidding. I could have sworn I covered this Friday. I'm tired of screw-ups.
You did.
Just because this show is self-correcting doesn't mean to take advantage of it. This is a 100,000-watt station. It's one of the biggest shows this market's ever had. How about if we have stuff ready when I walk in? If this happens again, somebody gets popped, and I don't care who it is. And I want Gavin's name in that hat as well. Because I blame him.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
And I'm being flippant about it, but I'm not kidding. The only name that's not going to be in that hat is me. This is big time. The biggest show you could be on in this market.
Yes.
Does it get any bigger than this? Let's show some professionalism. Everybody shut up while I shock this chicken.
We will.
Did you put new batteries in this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking my headphones off.
Yeah.
Who did you say was here?
Dr. Natasha.
What's she doing here?
She said you told her to come.
What is today?
Today's the 3rd of November, Monday.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I did.
Okay.
I forgot.
Is anyone in trouble?
No.
Okay.
Told her she can stop by anytime she wants. Go get her really quick before I shock the chicken. Do we have to have another meeting?
I don't believe so.
Obviously, the one Friday didn't do any good. What would you suggest I do? I'm open to suggestions before I have a full-blown fit. I told you guys on the air and off the air Friday, I will not have another year of Trey. I will not. So what should I do?
You're right. I don't have a solution. I'd fire Tassos.
Why? We're going by weight. What'd you bring?
Ew, what's that chicken doing there?
We're going to hit it with this. I just wanted to see if it would jump.
Oh, okay, so you're not going to do anything sexual to it.
No.
I brought you some visuals today.
What'd you bring?
I brought a
How long ago
really cool DVD player with my new video.
Yeah, okay.
Here, look.
Yeah, that's dandy.
Well, it's by eye for the straight guy. By women.
Okay, satisfy every woman anytime and leave her lusting for more. 6 erotic bisexual women share hot sex secrets guaranteed to make any man the ultimate lover. Who are these dogs on the cover?
They are not. They're gorgeous. One of them is, Dr. Zadrock. She was a Playboy.
Which one is that?
She's the middle one. She's
the blonde?
Yeah, definitely. She's super, super hot. I think she's hotter than Pam Anderson.
No, she's not.
If you're into that.
This chick's a dog.
She is. Right. No, she's not.
Starring, this says you're in it. Are you getting naked in this?
No, I do a sexological examination on this Australian porn star, and I basically show you where the G spot is, the C spot, the AFE zone, the cul-de-sac, all those spots that guys need to know but haven't a clue where they are. Those. And so I put gloves on and...
Sounds very exciting, very clinical.
It's really cool. No, it's not that clinical. Only a section of it's clinical. Here, I thought I'd play it for you. Look. Isn't that the coolest player ever? I have the sound turned down.
That's all right. Let me look quickly.
Just so you could see.
Are those your hands?
Well, I don't know what you're looking at. But my section, the video is an hour long. My section is about 20 minutes into the video.
Do you kiss any chicks?
No.
Oh. Why didn't you used to?
Yeah.
Why did you stop?
I got married.
Oh. Did he make you stop?
Well, no. I just sort of grew out of it. Grew up and grew out of it. No, but there was a time when I was living in LA where I definitely played both sides of the fence because I spent so many years teaching guys how to satisfy women and that people had how to have great sex that I thought, well, I need to know if all this stuff I'm teaching works. I mean, I pretty much knew it did.
Right.
But so.
Because you tried it out on everybody.
I took on a girlfriend.
See her video?
Yeah.
Doesn't she look stupid on there too?
No. Oh, It's super hot. You know it's the coolest video you've ever seen.
Not really.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It is.
I've seen cooler.
You love it.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
What'd you pay for this?
That little DVD player?
Yeah.
About $300.
Where'd you get it?
At, I think Best Buy.
That's cool as hell. This thing doesn't weigh 2 pounds.
It's very cool.
It's great.
And what is that, like a 6-inch screen?
I believe it's 7 inches.
How long does this play?
Just like you, honey. It plays for about 2.5 hours. It's great.
Seriously, feel how light that is.
It's great.
Forget the video.
He's more interested in the DVD player than the video. What's wrong with you?
We'll talk about your stuff in a minute.
No, I know.
Everything's, all your websites are on I'mHavingAmonkeyBaby.com. All right.
It's true.
When was it I told you to go ahead and come up? I know I did. I just forgot about it.
No, I didn't talk to you. You talked to Donna, the girl that works for me.
Well, she sent an email wanting to say you were going to be, why are you in town?
Well, I did a show in Waco this morning, and I wanted to come and do you. And then I'm going to Oklahoma City and doing a show there.
Which station?
The Cat.
Okay.
And then I'm driving back and going to the Dallas market tomorrow, and then going home.
So you're going to be in town tonight?
Well, no, I'm going to drive to Oklahoma.
You're going to come back? So you're not going to be here at night at all?
No, I could be. Why? What's going on?
We could go to eat. We've never been to eat.
That's true. We haven't. Well, maybe. It'd have to be an early. What time do you get off?
7.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of late. Only because I have to drive. Isn't it 3 hours to Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, it's kind of late.
Whatever. All right.
We can have lunch tomorrow.
I don't want to. Busy. All right.
All day.
I'm hitting the chicken. Ready?
Okie doke.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Oh.
We think it may jump. Where's the fluorescent tube?
Somebody's going to go get it.
All right. And we still have to weigh Tassos. If he doesn't weigh, what is it, 329?
329.
We hit him in the ass with this.
Yes.
And we're going to duct tape the fluorescent tube to his nipples and see if it lights up.
You're going to do that to who?
That guy in there.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That would really hurt.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Where'd you tell me to shock it?
When it passes
the neck.
The neck?
It's not going to fly out and hit me.
I don't know what it's going to do. Here we go. You think it'll jump?
I don't know.
I can't take it.
Logically, it should, shouldn't it?
All the nerves are still there. I mean, it's the whole chicken.
Yeah. Here it comes.
It'll probably quiver.
You're right. I had to pee myself if this thing jumps.
It actually jumps, yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I am now shocking the chicken.
Do it up higher on the top, maybe.
That bird's dead.
I told you she'd know.
Yeah. She's good.
Where should I hit it?
Maybe right up on top.
Turn the chicken upside down. It looked like this way the wings could come out. All right. It looks like it's,
quivering.
Yeah. It ain't moving.
It's bubbling.
Is it?
Under the arm.
Is it really?
Yeah, right here. If you shock it, it'll bubble up right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it again.
Yeah.
Why don't you stick your finger in it and see if you can feel anything on the other side?
Why don't you open your mouth? It ain't doing nothing. All right.
Do it to yourself.
Come on, open your mouth. All right, when the tube gets here, we'll hook it up. What are you going to give it to stretches?
Yeah, just make sure.
We forgot to limber up the chicken.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Here we go, good. It ain't moving. Maybe because it's frozen.
It's not frozen.
Oh. All right, whatever. We need to measure Tassos or weigh him before 6 before we forget again.
Okay.
You want to hear some audio? We did a eulogy over the weekend. One of our friends died.
I saw that. I read it in the paper.
It was very sad. We're still getting over it. Show us your nipples. It would make us feel better. He was very close to us.
And you're very depressed, right?
We are. I'd like to see your nipples.
Golly. Okay, fine.
She has a... That was too quick.
It is so cold in here.
I know it.
It's really cold.
We'd like to see them again.
What's my website again?
I'm havinamonkeybaby.com.
Yeah, and that's without the apostrophe. And if they go there, all my other...
all your websites are on havinamonkeybaby.com.
You like my video, right?
I love the video.
It's the best video you've ever seen, isn't it?
So far.
It'll teach
Today.
You. Okay. All right, here you go.
Leave them out for a minute.
It's really cold.
Yeah, I know. Turn sideways. You been working out?
A little bit.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh
God.
Sick.
How old are you now?
Show me your nipples.
I got 2 shirts to pull up.
I know.
Do you really want to see?
Yeah, just do it.
Turn them around.
Not looking. Jiminy.
Hang on. Drop my pants a little bit. That way I can flex. Here we go. You ready? Hey.
You always wear the same black underwear.
See?
They're like children's nipples. You have weird body parts.
What's wrong with my nipples?
There's something not quite formed about you.
I think Eddie's about to check out.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my nipples?
They're just...
Yours are...
They didn't quite form, or so they stopped at maybe you were when you were 10 or something.
Did you say something else about my belly button?
First of all, you wear the same black underwear every time I asked you to reveal something.
All right. Let's have a look at your nipples. I don't think yours are perfectly round. Pop one back out. Let me see.
Plus, that's
Let me see.
I have a boob job, so that's where they went through the nipples.
Let me see.
See?
Yeah, that's horrendous.
You liked it before.
It is. It's quite, what?
You liked it before.
I don't like them now, especially now that you said my nipples are malformed. There's nothing wrong with my nipples.
Well, they're just childlike.
What else? She said something about my belly button at one time, didn't she?
No, it's your butt crack. It's really long.
Your butt crack is too long.
It's way too
not.
We measure. It's way too long.
You come over here and you show me. Where's my butt crack supposed to end? It ends right here.
God.
That's normal.
That's the small of your back, dude.
Right there is where it ends.
Well, see how the line of your underwear is below the crack.
So?
It's supposed to cover it.
It does cover it.
Yours doesn't.
I'm going to get plastic surgery on my nipples and my butt crack. Eddie didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's why he's laughing. He saw what I saw.
Let me see your crack.
No, you don't want to see my crack?
What's wrong with it?
No, it's just
turn around.
deep.
I told you she's retarded.
This has gone weird. Yeah, it's gotten very strange.
No, you just don't want to see it.
Let me see it.
Oh, God.
Come on, let's go. I got audio to play.
Serious?
Yeah. How long before the tube gets
I
here?
have never shown my butt crack.
Yes, you have.
Gosh.
Where's your husband right now?
In Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh.
I can't believe I'm showing my butt crack. I can't even pull down my pants. My pants are too tight.
Why?
You saw it. That was good enough, right?
It's all right.
Okay.
It's got a funky mole right in the crack.
Oh, it does not.
Looks like you didn't wipe good.
Gross. There's some toilet paper. I'm sorry.
Do you give up on, I forget, you give up on the kid thing?
I'm taking a break.
All right.
I'm probably more than likely.
Have you had his sperm checked?
Yeah, they do that before you do in vitro.
All right, so everything's fine. Mm-hmm. You're just, you ain't cooking.
Yeah. I think I just work too much and making these videos and everything.
I think you should adopt. I should adopt for a couple of reasons. First of all, there'll be no genetic heritage.
No monkey baby?
Yeah.
You have to take down the website then.
I'm just telling you, anything that comes out of you is going to be monkey malformed.
It's not.
It will. There'll be something monkeyish about her baby.
Beautiful. Quit it.
She told me I've got baby nipples.
Well, baby nipples and a long butt crack. So, she's a doctor. She knows.
She don't know nothing.
She does.
I've never seen it before, but it's rare. But
Thank you.
It's sort of sweet.
What is, the butt crack?
No, that's
or the baby
bad.
nipples?
The childlike nipples.
All right. They're just not big.
Yeah, and they're really far apart, too.
Here we go.
They are
Where should they be?
Just a little bit, about an inch each closer in.
Like this?
Yeah.
That's retarded. I like them underneath my armpits.
You could have them moved.
All right, where's the, is it? All right. It's going to be sad. You sure you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a eulogy from our friend's memorial service. I don't like going to funerals where there's no body to look at.
It was a little weird.
It's like having sex and then not, finishing at the end.
An open casket, you mean?
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't there.
He was cremated.
Okay.
But, he could have been there for a showing. Normally, that's the only reason that you suffer through, the preacher's long, drawn-out remarks. So, you get to look at the body afterwards. There's some kind of payoff. But this guy just goes on and on. He does proverbs not proverbs, scriptures. And we're singing, and he's reading poems. It's like, dude, get on with it.
Poems?
Yeah.
Okay.
About baby nipples.
Okay.
Here's Eddie. Yes, is it right here? Here we go.
Now, Eddie Boyd, friend and colleague.
Where'd they get this guy?
Is he Bromley's pastor?
Yeah, he was from the church that Bromley grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, I know it's right in the middle of his sermon. I was just thinking how lucky Al was.
Wow, stop it. God.
Al never would have made me do this. I blame all of you right there. I wrote down a bunch of stuff last night, and then I started reading. I was like going, it's drivel. It doesn't mean anything. Al was just my friend. We hung out. He made me laugh like nobody else could. We'd laugh up there.
What does that mean?
He just had a different sense of humor. We used to laugh at...
I took offense at a lot of...
Seriously going to take offense
like
to
nobody else could.
Something that's said at a memorial?
I take offense at it.
Why?
He's never met anybody as funny as Al.
He never said that.
Yeah, I bet he does.
No, he doesn't.
He meant it.
Shut up.
You're not funny.
You're getting... You're right, she's retarded. You're getting jealous.
Yes.
Something said at a memorial?
Yes. Could have said one of, not the funniest.
Makes him
also goes on and says he's the finest person he's ever met.
He's made him laugh in a different way.
Whatever.
We'd play poker. Dave would cheat.
Which one's Dave? Was he the bald-headed short guy?
Yeah, the one that was slip and fall Dave.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We don't even like having Dave up here because every time he comes around, you know, you see him walking around looking for a wet spot because he knows there's money in it. What did he say at the church was the best spot?
There was a fountain outside. He was trying to get close enough to it.
God.
He'd call him a Jew and tell him how he killed his Savior.
Brumley actually told that to Dave?
Yeah, I spit Coke all over Brumley that night. He just looked at him and he goes, "Quit cheating." And Dave goes, "Hey, quit cheating, dirty Jew," or something like that. And Dave said something back to him and he goes, "You killed our Savior." Just stone-faced.
Thank God we weren't in a synagogue.
Everybody'd pack up and leave, and me and Al would sit in the living room and get in some big theological discussion that somehow or another would dissolve into what celebrity would sound the funniest if you hit him with a hammer. Dan Rather always won. But he was just that way. I mean, the whole time, I envy everybody that knew him longer than me, because I've only known him for a couple of years, and I mean, I just have that little bit of memory. But his family and Laura and everybody, they got millions of them, and I envy you for that. And I feel sorry for the people that didn't take the time to meet him, because y'all missed out. And that's horrible, because he was probably one of the best people you'll ever meet.
That's it.
Didn't say nothing about me.
It's not your memorial. You maniacal, self-centered thing. Say something about me, I'm right here.
I'm looking up at you. Dig me into this somehow.
Where's your speech?
I cried.
No.
I cried.
That's all right. We all cried. You were very good. Both of you. I couldn't have done it.
Eddie got more laughs than I did. I didn't like that.
Oh, well, listen to you. God.
I didn't want to go last anyway.
Well, that's the way it worked out. That's the way they wanted it.
What is it?
Not even one person laughed?
Yes, he had quite a few laugh breaks. Like, that's what we were looking for. You got more laughs than I did. You probably went home and counted them, didn't you?
Maybe.
Knew you would. What's the matter with you?
I'm stopping this.
Grand entrance straight up at 2:01 so they can wait for you.
They did not hold up that memorial service. They did not.
They knew better to start.
They did a little bit.
Told you.
Where was he? Where were you?
He was late.
I wasn't that late. I walked in. It was exactly 2:01.
2:02, and they had been waiting because they had a slideshow that ended right straight up.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know about the slideshow ahead of time. I didn't realize there was an opening act.
Well, everybody was supposed to be there at 1:30. They was going to be sitting on the first two rows.
Well, you could save me a spot.
Well, we did. Obviously, we made you and Mr. Ron Chapman a spot.
All right. I beat Chapman there.
So nobody was waiting.
At least I back-timed it. I walked in, and the preacher walks out. Right. Chapman missed the post.
Yes, he did.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about, but you get the idea.
He did. Walk in with your sunglasses. I was surprised they didn't hit you with the spotlight.
I just walked in.
I understand. It was a grand entrance. It was very nice.
I didn't plan on it being grand. I was going to sit in the back, and some chick goes, "You can sit down here."
I was just in the back. You knew that you were going to talk.
I can walk up front. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm stopping this before I start crying.
No, play the whole thing. You played Eddie's. We heard him cry.
Shush.
Thank you so much. Russ Martin.
You hear me sigh all the way across the room.
Good.
Because that mic was a good, 15 feet away from us?
At least.
And it's fun? You having a good time?
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I know. Not everything can be about monkey babies and nipples.
But I want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it?
No, I do want to hear it.
I don't like this. I never have. I know the family wanted me to do this. I expect a nice gift. At least $75 in value. What is that, 2 so far?
I'm marking them down for you.
All right. How many Eddie get?
I'll have to go back and listen. I think he got 4.
How many I get?
2 so far.
All right. I may win this one. God. There's nothing like being the last person to speak at a memorial and hope that nobody stole your good stuff. I've known Al for about 6 years, and there were 2 things I never heard Al say. No more pizza for me, please. You get that one?
I wrote it down. That's number 3. God.
What's the matter with you?
I love pizza.
You are so god stupid.
She's thinking, pepperoni. Extra cheese. We're at a memorial here.
It just makes you wonder when she's at different things, what's actually clicking in her head.
Cece's commercial.
We're at a stinking memorial service and she's just thinking, pizza. Al's dead. I love crazy bread.
Oh.
Say it. I see something stupid about to come out. Let it free. Set it loose.
No. I refuse. Okay, that crust.
There's no way anybody would talk to her if she wasn't so hot.
Yeah, she is, too.
You know that, right? Really? If you were fat, nobody would ever talk to you.
I know a lot about sex. That's why people talk to me. That's another reason why
they talk to you because you're hot. It's got nothing to do with what you know.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth Westheimer in a room and you're in a room. Guess who I'm going to want to look up to?
Well,
even if you don't know anything. Make any difference.
So if I didn't know anything about sex, you'd still hang out with me.
Yeah.
Fire.
Because you're hot.
Well, thank you. Okay,
and you're stupid.
I'm not stupid.
I like pizza. And why the hell did I get this damn thing in my head? If it weren't for the fact that he was in the hospital 6 months out of the year, you'd really never know that he was sick. He never bitched. He never pinned you in a corner to tell you the fears and the pain and the horrors of brain surgery, the treatment, the rehab, or even the paralysis. And the good thing was that even if he did, he couldn't get up and follow you around.
Got it, number 4.
Okay. That wasn't a good strong one, so make that like a half.
Okay, good half.
And Al accepted each setback, every one. And I think he did because he knew he would overcome each one. The first surgery, there was the recovery, and it was an amazing recovery. The second surgery came in partial paralysis on his left hand, but another recovery to the extent where he played keyboards for Everett and his band in April of last year. Then more surgeries and more paralysis, and not once did he ever utter, "Why me? And why not Trey?" Not here, Eddie. This is where I'm looking down, and Chapman's just staring. There ain't a smile. There ain't nothing on his face.
No. Sorry.
Good going.
What's wrong with that? Okay. Amazing.
Hi, Ron.
And I think the reason was Al always thought he could beat this cancer. He refused to let this tentacular beast.
What the hell was that? What's a tentacular beast?
It's like it's got tentacles.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was pretty good.
That's very good.
Tentacular beast living in his head.
Now that I know what it is.
That's a great pride in that one.
Yeah. She's thinking pizza, leave her alone.
Tentacular beast. I like Disney. Say it.
I really don't like Disney.
I don't care.
In his head, dictate his destiny. Not once did he ever complain, and I think he was probably surprised by his death. He may even be thinking now, if I known I was going to die, I would have bitched more. I became aware of the extent of our friendship. It was a silly test, but it was nonetheless undeniable. It was January. I think it was this last year. It was a going-away party for a friend, and Al was there. By that time, Al was already in a wheelchair. We were playing around, and I was pushing Al, and I pushed him down a pretty steep ramp in his wheelchair. And I let him go.
Write that one down.
All right. He never wavered, never hollered, never expressed concern. Because he trusted me. He knew I was there. Or is it because he was paralyzed? I like to think it was the trust. I also think that Al never took offense at it.
I don't want to hear the rest of this.
Why?
Because it's about to go belly up.
I know, not either. It's very touching.
I don't want to hear it.
Please play it. Please. It really was very good. Very well written. You just don't want to hear it because you cry. I want to dry in the house.
Are you tearing up?
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought maybe you were watching a sad movie right now. You can look at her. You can tell she ain't here.
No.
Don't go in that room. Don't go in that.
Oh.
Any of the jokes that we made about his illness or being in a wheelchair because he knew that we did love the Brumley. And Al was actually one of the first people to put into words what our radio show was. This is the opening line from a feature Al wrote about us describing the show. Welcome to the fort.
What's the matter with you? This music.
That music, it just took me back.
To what?
To another place.
Jakey's?
I like Shakey's. I had a birthday party there.
I told you her mom was on acid. I'm telling you, when her mom was pregnant, they were playing whack-a-mole on her stomach, punching her in the stomach so the baby's head would come out.
Right. Oh.
I don't want to hear the rest of it.
Please play the rest of it. Just let it go just from here on out. Not that much more.
The place where the neighborhood boys go to get away from parents, teachers, and sisters. That sacred, secret place where guys can burp, look at dirty pictures, pick their noses, scheme, dream, and, talk about girls and stuff. Well, Al, today the fort is very, very empty. And I miss you. And you damn well better be dead after this.
Happy?
No. You'll be crying again.
You tearing up?
Real close.
Buffet's almost closed.
They don't have buffets at Shaky.
That was very touching.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Tearing up again.
We need a break. Is the fluorescent tube here yet?
Yes.
Plus, we got to wait. Well, where is it?
It's in the other room.
Bring it in. Let's just shock this thing right now. I want to see if this damn thing lights up.
How many volts is it?
625,000. You mean hit you with it? You'll see, Pete.
But I would get knocked out, wouldn't I?
Hopefully. All right. Yeah, just stick it between its legs. Oh, my God. I think it's going to light up.
You might be right. It's between the two legs. It's about, what is that, 6 inches?
Yeah, it's a 6-inch fluorescent tube. Turn all the lights off.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
It should at least glow.
It should.
There we go. Hang on. Is it? Let me hit it on the side of the leg.
Oh,
yeah!
God.
Damn! For some reason, you got to pull it away from the chicken a little bit.
Just a little bit?
And when it arcs, it hits the chicken, then it lights up.
Oh, cool.
There you go. But you got to do it down here by the leg.
Yeah. There it goes.
I knew it.
Wow.
That's cool.
All right. Tassos, yours next.
Oh, no.
You don't weigh 300, what is it?
29.
329. Because that's, that tube's big enough to put between his nipples, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Dandy. Take a break. We'll be back.
This is Russ Martin.
Any part of this Russ Martin Show, hear a repeat on the overnight broadcast, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on the Alternative Talk Station, live 105.3.
All right. When we do news last?
In over an hour.
All right. You want to hang out?
Sure.
You want to talk about your videos, don't you?
Okay.
What? What's on this batch?
Okay, this one's different because it's 6 bisexual women get together, and they share all their secrets and all of these wonderful techniques since they've been with both men and women.
Right.
But all these techniques are special because there's some oral tricks and there's some hand tricks and then there's some sex toy tricks that are brand new, and they're to teach guys how to give the most ultimate pleasure to any woman, and especially the hardest way for a woman to orgasm, and I know you don't care, but it's during sexual intercourse.
Good.
So we have a lot of tips and tricks.
And you know why?
Why?
I mean, it's obvious. I've said it before. Mm-hmm. You don't deserve it. Well, if you were supposed to have it, it wouldn't be hidden.
No, that's not how it goes.
All right.
Because now it's getting better. The stat is getting better. Just a little bit. So.
Well, look at it this way. God intended for you to go dig around for it yourself after we were gone. That's why he hid it where he did.
Right. Well, they say the penis has 4,000 nerve endings. We have 8,000 nerve endings. So our body, is capable. Actually, I think it's capable of a lot more sexually. But all that it's capable is not even tapped into because really guys just, I hate to say this, but a lot of guys just do not know how to do it. They don't know how to touch a woman down there, and they don't know where to put the Mr. Friendly.
You know what?
And how to work the Mr. Friendly down there.
And I'm not being flippant here, but it shouldn't be that hard.
Oh, well,
it ain't hard for us.
No?
Well, you're right, but instinctually, the only thing that's instinct is just put A into slot B.
Got it.
But pleasing the person, pleasing the woman, and giving her an orgasm every single time, especially during sex.
Why is it so? I just realized something. Some guy just called. It's got nothing to do with you, so sit over there and think about food. Yeah, Mark?
Hey, Russ, I was wondering if Chapman mentioned anything about you rolling his house, or if maybe you thought that was why you looked so pissed off.
I totally spaced that.
That's thought.
With everything else going on this past week, that didn't even dawn on me.
I don't think he'd be mad at that and memorial about that. He didn't.
Plus, you know what? We didn't really. What did we get off? 2 rolls?
Yeah, 2.
3 before he came outside.
Right.
That could be it. Thanks, Mark. I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Why is it so difficult with chicks and orgasms?
Well, because they don't know, women don't masturbate as frequently and as often as men do. Yeah. They say only 40% of women masturbate. 99% of men masturbate. So that's part of the problem. Mm. And then two, that because they don't masturbate, they don't know enough about their bodies to tell you or to show you, this is what I need, this is what I like. So it's important that they're able to get themselves there too, and then so they can show you. But that's chances of that happening. Most women can't communicate and tell you exactly what they need. So that's why you need a video like this. It'll tell you everything she needs. You go back, you try all the techniques on her, and she'll be like, wow, I no longer have to tell him. He's just getting it now. Mm. But she will wonder, well, where did you learn this stuff? Then you can say, you heard it on Russ Martin Show, that they're about this video, satisfy a woman every time and leave her lusting for more. That's the title. It's really hot, though. It's one of the most educational videos I've ever made. And the chicks are hot.
She just looks stupid, doesn't
hot.
she?
No, she's beautiful.
Look at her.
She's beautiful.
Want to go to Shakey's? On a date?
You're not helping.
Oh, yeah, I'm married.
You're not helping.
No, but and also, too, for people who don't have internet access, because the website really is betterlovelife.com. But if you do, I know if you go, I'm having a monkey baby.
But you don't have just one website, and we got tired of plugging them all, so that's why we set up I'm having a monkeybaby.com.
Right. That picture, how'd you put that together?
I don't know. Chris at Burt Visit, it's you with a monkey suckling your breast.
That's not my breast, though. That's a monkey. That's a orangutan breast. I studied it very closely. And there's something weird about that one.
We thought it was close enough.
It's got little orange hairs all over the nipples.
That's what I said.
Oh, shut up. No, so, but if people don't have internet access, they can call 800-G-SPOT-99 for the video. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's standing. Quite entertaining.
You love my videos. You know it.
I can't wait to get home and watch it. Is this?
Yes, that is yours.
You don't have it on DVD?
That is your present. No, just that one copy in my player.
All right. Score 10 every time. All techniques, names, the envelope technique, the keyhole technique.
Ah, that's a good one.
The G-stroke, the figure 8 technique.
The figure 8's the best foreplay you could ever give a woman. Ever. Serious.
That's a good picture of you right there.
Thank you. Little cleavage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And actually the most valuable information on there from when you're having sexual intercourse is we show guys how to thrust. That is the most, that and the foreplay techniques are the most valuable information. Because usually that just in and out motion, you miss all the hot spots a woman has to offer.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
should have them closer to where we are.
Yes.
Well, we show you how to hit the bullseye.
Why do we gotta dig around? Why do we gotta dig around for it?
You don't have to dig around. You have to swivel the hips a little bit.
I don't want to do that. You want nice thrust? Piss me off before we get in bed.
Do you even know where the G-spot is? Please tell me you do.
Absolutely. We've described this before. It's like if you're driving your car into the garage.
Okay.
Okay. It's right above the garage door and back.
Okay. Yeah. Where the light is, probably. Yeah. That's good. Okay, that's good.
All right. So why should I have to dig around for it? If God wanted you to have an orgasm, He'd have put it where I was going and not on the back side of the garage over my head where I can't reach it.
Well, say if you were say you're having sex with a woman, and if you were to take the palm of your hand and every time
smack you,
no, every time you're parking the car,
right,
and you have the car in the garage, you lightly press down on her lower abdomen, which is an easy thing to do.
Come over here and show me.
That'll make that G-spot connection just
right over here.
So much better.
You can do it with your clothes on.
Okay, hang on.
Sit down. All right, so my palm goes where?
Right here.
Right here? Wow, you do like shaky.
Shut up.
All right, so my hand's here. Now what?
So you'd be like enter and then
with my finger?
No, either your finger or your.
All right, so right here.
Yes, so you enter and you press down. Enter, press down.
Can I just whip you?
No.
That'd be funny to smack her around. Yeah. Have one.
Yep.
All right. Did you see how that would work?
No.
It creates a pumping and a suction action.
That's too much effort.
Oh, it is so worth it. I mean, you just do that to a woman, and you watch how much she'll be begging for you to do it to her.
At the same time the car is going in?
So the car is going in, and then you press down. Car goes out, you lift up. Car goes in, press down. Yeah. It is so radical.
I'll try it this weekend when LA comes back into town.
Okay.
And or Valerie swings by. What?
Not doing anything with Valerie.
This weekend?
Ever.
Why is it called off?
What happened?
Nothing.
She saw your butt crack.
A guy named Jason. I saw Russ at Target at 10:30 Saturday night. I also checked LA's schedule. She was dancing at Gallagher's 2000 until 3 a.m.
Absolutely. That's why she couldn't get me to the airport until like 3:45.
You were at Target at 10:30.
Anybody could say they saw me at Target at 10:30. Which one? What? You could say whatever you want. Anybody can send an email and say, hey, I saw him here. I saw him at Shakey's. Shut up. I saw him at Shakey's.
I saw him here.
Were you at Target? You did call Valerie. You asked for her phone number.
I just called Valerie Saturday afternoon after the funeral to see if she was all right. She's very close to Brumley.
Okay. All right.
Come over here. I want to do the belly thing again.
Over where?
Over her.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She is. She's stupid.
Well, yeah. Cute, though.
All right. So my hand goes right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my finger here.
Yeah.
Come on, move your hand. Move your hand. Can I simulate?
Okay.
All right. Like that?
Yeah.
That's supposed to
So
laugh.
like
you will never have... Listen to me!
Ah!
You will never have an orgasm if you don't stop laughing.
Okay.
Like that?
Yeah.
And then in?
Yeah.
You like that? You like that?
Russ,
What?
you're pushing
So?
on her stuff. She's married.
You did it right, though. See, a little instruction goes a long way. I'm telling you, chicks love that.
You should read the Mongoloid story again, how they're going to cure Mongoloids.
It's people with Down syndrome.
Whatever. Isn't that Mongoloid? Yeah. I should get all excited.
Yeah. Stop it.
All right. So everything that we need to know is on, what's one of your websites?
BetterLoveLife.com.
Because they always ask. Because you got LoveTeacher.com, BetterLoveLife.com. Is there one more?
TheSexDoctor.com.
See, all of those links are on I'mHavingAMonkeyBaby.com.
But you want to go to BetterLoveLife.com because it's a video site. And you have to be 18 and over because when you go there, everything you click on, you see in video. You need to know how to last longer. You want to know how to make your penis a little larger, to make it the most it can be. You want to know how to give any woman an orgasm in any type of situation. That's where you go.
You know what? I'll try it once just to see if there's anything to it.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like that much effort. It's just a lot of... This is exactly... Listen to me. This is exactly why guys are into pornography, because you can look at it, you can do your business, and you can be done, and there's no effort, there's nothing in between, there's nothing afterwards.
But what if you do if she doesn't want to do it anymore because she's not getting anything out of it? Imagine if you didn't have an orgasm every single time you had sex. After a while, you'd be like, I'm not into that. So this gets a woman into sex. This makes her horny on a regular basis. This makes her want you on a regular basis.
Are you with me on this?
Yeah. It should not be this much work. It's not for us.
But oh, come on, that little bitty technique, that's not a lot of work.
The only reason I'm doing it there is because I want to feel you off. That's it. After I knew you for a while and we had sex, there's no way that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to get anything out of that. It just made me hot to be touching you.
But that was that was so easy. That little bitty technique was so easy, and it's life-changing.
To push? All right, I got it. I'll try it over the weekend.
You have to.
I do something with LA she's actually never done.
I doubt it.
No, believe me. The girl in this tape, that she's an Australian porn star, and she's been with over 700 men. I do it to her. I do that technique. I show you how to do it in the tape. But
you do it with gloves.
She said, I do it with gloves. And she said that no one's ever done that to her before.
How about if we go get some gloves?
And then what?
And then
I do it to myself?
No, I said.
Oh, that you do it?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Let's go to Shaky.
How about if you do it?
I would do it to another woman with gloves. I wouldn't need gloves with myself.
You let us watch?
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll take this and we'll do news. Yeah, Charlotte?
Well, I just don't understand why the woman can't use a vibrator and then please the man down there.
Fine.
And that makes her so horny, and then they have intercourse and everybody's happy.
Dandy, Get all warmed up. You know, it's like stretching.
That's a good way. That's another way.
I don't even have to be there. It's like stretching before you go for a nice big long run. You do all the stretches. You get everything ready. I get there for the important part, and then we're done.
It's just that women desire for their man to please them.
I'm just so sick of everything being focused towards the chicks. Everything is me and do this. It's like, why don't you think about me for a change?
Well, you mean the women you're with don't go downtown on you like nothing else? I mean, just amazingly,
that's
phenomenally?
Not the point. All of this stuff is geared towards going this extra mile for the women. It's getting to be a pain in the ass.
Well, I don't know what kind of women you're with.
Well, your videos. That's all your videos about.
No, that's all this one is about.
Right?
I've made 23 others that are about, that show all these, the website. There's the information on the website. Sandra Margot shows you at least 10 different ways to give an amazing oral pleasure to a man.
Okay,
I mean, it's
exciting.
When the guy was filming it, he had an accident.
All right, good.
He did. That's how hot it gets.
All over her shaking.
Oh, then that would be horrible.
God. I'm telling you, we could leave her in a room with bubble wrap and she'd be happy for about an hour and a half.
What? He does a little sound of it popping.
I got it. You ready for this?
If you'd like.
All right. 6:18. J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Brought to us by Miller Lite.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by the North Texas Gun Club. Come out and see Russ Martin along with the Batmobile. He'll be taking some pictures. And Eddie will be there also Saturday, or this coming Saturday from 11 to 1. That is Big Town Exhibit Hall, Big Town Boulevard in Mesquite, Texas. Saturday, 11 to 1. Two 14-year-old boys have been charged with assault after one of them inserted a drumstick up the other one's rectum. The three are students at Pruitt Military Academy, a public middle school in St. Louis, and they were on a school bus headed home last week when the incident occurred. The 13-year-old victim basically was mooning one of the other boys. The boy who provided the drumstick and the boy who inserted it were taken into custody by police and have been charged with second-degree assault under the juvenile code. So one of them mooned them, and the other one went, "Here, shove this in there." They said there was some actual bruising back there.
Oh. Yeah, well, you don't always hit it the first time out.
No, you don't. British sex and relationship expert Tracy.
Are you supposed to push on the stomach then?
No.
All right. Go ahead.
British sex and relationship expert Tracy Cox recently put out a book called Super Flirt. Here's the way she says, basically. It's flirting tips for women. Get in the right frame of mind. If you're on the make, you need to think and feel it. Think sexy. As Tracy writes, if you feel like sex, your facial expressions alter. You hold your body more naturally, which makes you look more attractive. How to make an entrance. Making an entrance is critical. You want, just like Russ did at the memorial. You want to have one of those entrances that makes music stop.
I was 1 minute late.
Everybody else was sitting down.
I beat Ryan Chapman there.
Barely. It's funny. Your entrance was a little more important, though, because I was waiting for you.
Nobody was waiting on me, and nobody I didn't know that I was going to be last. I knew I was going to speak. Why were they waiting on me?
Because
I can miss part of it. The memorial part where we spoke, that didn't come until like 45 minutes later.
I know. It didn't.
If it wasn't that long, it damn sure seemed like it.
It was. Pause in the doorway and hold your head up high. Let your friends walk in before you. You are the main course. Make eye contact with someone and smile. Head for the center of the room. You now own the room. Body language, baby. The right body language will give plenty of clues that you're the gold medal. Look at him, smile at him, turn your body toward him. Keep your thumbs on display. Thumbs are a sign of superiority. Flash your wrists. Women's wrists are...
Wait a minute. How do you keep your thumbs on display?
I don't know. Like I said,
this.
Don't put them in your pockets.
See, they're on display. See? And
I
they're
see.
pressing down on the aft.
Well, she's right. That's kind of sexy. And fingers in the pocket if you have jeans.
Fingers in the pockets with the thumbs up.
All right.
The number one tool for flirting, eye contact. Eye contact is your number one.
That's why she's not having kids. You know, during sex, she giggles and it dribbles out.
Yeah. Focus on one guy, then toss your hair away from your eyes, making them more prominent. And here's when things get advanced. When people are checking out each other, they usually spend about 3 seconds on the face. But if you're interested in a guy, you need to get about 4.5 seconds on him. That way he knows you're really interested. You're not just checking him out. Don't go more than 10 seconds, though. That makes it seem aggressive. And also try to settle your gaze on the guy you like. Then,
what kind of gaze?
settle your gaze on the guy you like, and then scan the room for a few seconds, then go back to him. That tells him he's the top dog. And try and mirror, this is a weird one, try mirroring what the man is doing. Mirroring a guy's actions can turn a decent flirt into a legendary one. If he curls his fingers around the stem of a wine glass, you should do the same. It's an erotic gesture. I don't know if I agree with that one.
How long did you date before you got married to your husband?
4 months.
Who did you date before him?
I didn't date anybody for about 4 months. And then I dated just some guy in L.A.
You dated Charlie Sheen, though, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that was when I was, let's see, how old was I? 33? So that was 4 years ago?
No. Who else did you date?
5 years ago.
Who else?
Mick Jagger.
Thought he was married.
Well, he was, at the time, they were, on the rocks again for the millionth time. And they were going their separate ways. But he was dating six people at the same time. I just wanted to see what it would be like.
And what was it like?
Ben Gay.
Did he stink?
No. But I remember the bathroom smelled like Ben Gay. I did. No, he's cool.
Was he good at sex?
He's good at the oral thing.
Okay.
No, he's cool.
He's got to look weird naked, though.
Yeah.
Look how
he's really skinny. He's skinny. I felt like he was 99 pounds. I think he was very skinny.
All right, so Charlie Sheen, Mick Jagger. Who else? You're making the rounds.
Let's see. I had a one-night stand with Oliver Stone once.
That makes me sick.
That makes everybody sick.
Why'd you do it?
I was really stoned. I quit smoking because of it.
Yeah, it's like me blacking out on stage with Loverboy. That's my moment of clarity.
No,
she got stoned and screwed Oliver Stone.
And then I knew I gotta quit smoking pot. And that was years ago too.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Who else?
That was it.
Oliver Stone, Mick Jagger, and Charlie Sheen. Mm-hmm. Nobody else famous.
Oh, yeah, there was this one hockey player, but I didn't know he was married. And I'll never tell.
What team?
I don't even know. I didn't even know he was a hockey player. I didn't know what he did for a living.
How'd you find out he played hockey?
Someone told me later. I quit doing ecstasy too.
And what did you quit for Mick Jagger? I mean, what were you, heroin? What were you on that night?
No, that was just alcohol.
Oh.
You still drink?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But not as much.
So all these people you didn't really want to have sex with.
Oh, no. Oliver, I don't know if I did or not. If I wanted to have sex with him or not. I was just kind of loaded, and I was just like, oh, well, okay.
Did he wear a condom?
Oh, yeah. I wore a condom with all of them, yeah. But he did some kind of weird.
What did he do?
Because it was like that time of the month for me.
Yeah.
So use your imagination.
Let me turn the mics off because you get too weird. What did he do? Oh.
I know.
Shut up.
Even me.
Shut up. I don't need anything that bad.
Oh, my God.
Looks like shakies and your meat fell off.
Well, I thought it was a Vietnam thing. I really did.
Oh, jeez.
I really did think that.
Why would... Do you want to know?
I don't want to know anything.
Hold on.
What?
Why do you think...
All the war movies.
Quit.
I'm sorry. JFK?
Quit. I'm sure when JFK got his head popped, nobody went and licked it.
Right.
Oh,
you're the one that said it.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Freak.
I didn't. I was paralyzed because of the marijuana.
Yeah. Blame it on the dope. That's what I always do.
Well, I quit.
Go ahead.
Puff Daddy Combs did, in fact, finish the New York Marathon yesterday, New York City Marathon, despite allegedly having severe tendonitis in his right knee and less than 2 months of training. His official time was 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 54 seconds. That was good for 11,359th place out of 35,000 people. He's been hoping to come up.
How long is the marathon?
I think it just goes until you finish.
No, I think there's a set course.
I don't know.
What do you think? They just run around New York and go, all right?
I think, well, as far as the course goes, I don't know. Is it 12 miles?
20 miles.
20 miles.
All right, 20 miles, and it took him, 4 hours?
4 hours and 14 minutes and 54 seconds.
All right, so what's that, about 5 miles an hour?
That's less than that.
I don't even know how you run that long. That doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Okie dokie. He'd been hoping to come in under 4 hours, and he still met his goal of beating Oprah Winfrey's time in the U.S. Marine Corps Marathon back in 1994, which was 4 hours and 29 minutes. He will be on Oprah. In fact, he was on Oprah today, bragging about it. Puffy wanted to raise $1 million for New York City schools, but now he says he actually raised $2 million, and the money would also go to kids suffering from HIV and AIDS, as well as his own charitable foundation.
Somebody's on the phone says 26 miles. That's what I heard.
26.
I think the marathon's that far. So if he ran in about 4 hours, and that's a little over 6 miles an hour.
That's pretty good clip.
That's a pretty good clip for that long. I don't know how you do it. I'll run 2.5 miles and I'm done for the day. I can't imagine doing that tenfold.
You just train and just do it every single day for months and months and months.
I don't get what the magic is. Why would you want to go run for 4 or 5 hours?
I don't know.
You ever done that? You exercise?
Yes. I haven't run the New York Marathon, though.
What have you done?
I just did a 5K once.
What'd you give up for that?
What do you mean what I give?
I don't know. Harold, you shooting out the horse?
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And finally, the New York Post asked handwriting expert Arlen Iberman, author of upcoming book Signatures for Success, to analyze the cursive styles of several celebrities and give us her insights. Here's what she came up with. Ben Affleck. Ben puts his last name under his own. This means he's much prouder of his own accomplishments than that of his family's. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer's writing is just the opposite of Ben's. It's overly connected, which means she tries to deal with her problems through logic. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he is a force of nature. The height of the letter shows his pride and ambition. Kobe Bryant, the only letter that is clear is the K. This means he does not want to be easily read by others. He's a very hard guy to limit and to pin down.
Didn't we have somebody that did this for us once?
Yeah, it was the local guy.
I remember that. It was years ago.
You know something we didn't do with him? We all wrote our signatures and let him look at it.
Right.
We should all write each other's name and give it to him and let him figure out whose it is. Oh. We made it too easy. All he had to do was listen to the show, look at the signature, go, hey, well, this guy's an ass, this guy's a bumbler, and this chick likes shakies.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that and
mix them up.
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli, the writing is really illegible, thank you, except for the L in Liza and the M in Minnelli. It means she has a great need to be present, but the middle zone is neglected, which is her inner self. That David guy she was married to does not write on the baseline, which means he's very moody. And Martha Stewart, if you look at the capital M, you'll see a hook in the beginning of the letter. That's a dead giveaway. Martha likes to hold on to whatever she's got. She will not let it go.
All right.
There's news and information brought to us by the Firewater Grill. I'll be out there Friday night from 9 to 11 o'clock, Technology Boulevard in Dallas. I'm J.D. Ryan.
This is Russ Martin.
All right. Eddie Boyd is here. J.D. Ryan. Dan O'Malley. Tassos Kostas. Dr. Natasha Terry. Gail's out today, right? Mm-hmm. What are we playing today, Eddie?
The dance DC.
Are they all right?
I think so.
Okay. We have stuff to give away?
We do. We're not doing traffic?
No. You had your chance an hour ago.
Okay.
You want to give away? Is this the only video you brought?
Yeah, but you can give it away.
Here.
And I'll send you a DVD if you want.
I'd love a DVD.
Okay.
Here, give away Dr. Natasha's horror video.
A horror video? It's satisfy every woman anytime, leave her lusting for more. Okay. That's what I said.
And it works.
What is the heck of a prize pack? What is it, SRBC?
Yeah.
All they're really going to do is be on the phone to win all this?
Yeah, it looks like it. Why?
I just wonder if we're going to give all this away.
What do we care?
I don't. Just asking.
Yes, give it all away.
I shall. Stop getting grumpy with me.
You left me with Dan Lewis at the effing funeral.
Are you still mad about that?
Absolutely. And the fact that you knew that I was trapped and his head was in my car and you didn't do anything to come back and save my ass and you left me there. Spin the wheel.
I'm not spinning.
Spin the wheel!
Dan Lewis?
Yeah. Dan wants his job back, and he's stopping by my house and calling me and emailing. Shows up at a funeral, and that's what he wants to talk about.
No.
Yes.
No.
Shock you in the beehole.
No.
Yes. Come here.
I'm not doing that.
You left me with Dan.
You're not shocking me in the beehole.
Come here.
No.
It's good for you.
No.
It is?
No.
Better than oatmeal.
No. Better than oatmeal.
Oh, we still got to weigh,
Tassos.
That.
329. Otherwise he gets shocked.
Yeah. And you got the fluorescent tube to put between his teats. You ready to weigh? All right. Where's the scale? Is it out there? Open up the blind so I can see it. And we'll play the answer BC. Go help him, Eddie. 329. Nothing else. Tassos is on a diet, Natasha. If he doesn't lose 2 pounds a week, we hit him with a stun gun.
And how many times have you hit him?
We cut him some slack last week. Shay Sweet was up here. She held up his teats, which saved him about 7 pounds, wasn't it?
Right.
Okay.
He just took his pants off. He doesn't look too confident.
No.
He doesn't look very happy.
You have to have a driving force behind any weight loss program.
His happens to be a stun gun.
Huh?
That's really scary.
Yeah.
God, I bet that hurts.
I bet it will.
Couldn't you by accident give somebody a heart attack?
I don't know.
You don't care.
I ain't the one on a diet. Mm-mm. Stand up straight. Stop moving around. When's the last time you went to go potty?
This morning.
All right. Probably been drinking water all day like an idiot.
Like you told him to. It'll flush you out. No, it won't.
What's
329 and a half.
Ooh. That's a half pound over.
He lost weight, though.
So, he's not losing 2 pounds.
I bet if he took off his shirt, that'd be half a pound.
Natasha, go hold up his teats for him.
No, I don't want her touching me.
You want your ass shocked?
Almost.
Sorry, has to be done. Where should we hit him? Right in the butt?
Probably be the safest place.
All right, we'll do this. Well, where's he going?
He's getting dressed.
He got naked in front of us.
He sounds mad. He's mad.
Is he mad?
I think he's a little put out.
By what?
I think he expected to weigh a lot less. He's really been not eating anything but chicken.
Oh, give him a break. Oh, sorry.
I don't get it. How could he not be eating anything but chicken and he's not losing any weight?
I really don't know. I mean,
what did Larry North tell him?
That's a Tassos question. I don't know what he told him to eat or not.
Has he been talking to Larry North?
Larry told him to read the book. When he's finished reading the book, to get back with Larry, they set him up on a meal plan and an exercise plan.
All right. Has he read the book?
I believe he's still working on that.
He's not reading the book, is he?
That I don't know. I haven't seen it with him, so I don't live with him, so I don't know.
I don't think he's trying.
He's had a couple of weeks to read a book. It's not a very big book.
And even if you go high protein, low carbs, you're going to start dumping weight pretty quick anyway.
Right.
Just from the whole Atkins process. All right.
But you weigh more in the afternoon, than you do in the morning.
So?
I'm just saying.
We weigh him at the same time every week.
Okay.
So it's fair. God, it's
He should probably be laying down.
Why?
So he doesn't fall down and hurt himself.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be the humane thing.
Yeah.
All right.
The humane thing would be not to do it.
You got, if you don't put any penalty, he's not going to lose any weight.
I know.
Believe me, this is just like a whipping in a small kid. Except you get the knocked out.
Yes, you do. Literally.
But it's going to hurt me as much as him.
No, it's not.
I know. Who is that? Is that Randy from Bo Roberts Show? Hey, I hear you got fired.
I got boned.
What happened?
They cut me loose, bro.
I can see why.
Said,
what happened?
They, pulled me in the old office and said, we're taking the morning show in a whole different direction and you're not part of it.
And where are they taking it? What are they going to do?
I don't know. I got to believe you're probably going to hear a little more Cowboy Bill Martin.
I don't know who that is.
He's the part-time comic that was on like 3 days a week.
Do you know who he's talking about?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Oh,
yeah,
is
he's
he?
friends with JD. Hey, JD, what's up, man?
What's up? He's a comedian, and I don't know why they brought him in like 1 day a week, then 2 days a week, and I guess more now. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
So the Cowboy Weaver pushed you out of your job?
Cowboy Bill Martin.
Whatever.
No, I don't know if that's the case, but I mean, just some of the smack that he talked, out in the streets. I don't think.
Well, what smack? What's he saying? This is the stuff I want to hear.
Okay.
Somebody sent me an email today, said Randy James from Bo Roberts Show got popped. He's on the beach. All right, what kind of smack is Cowboy Weaver running on you?
Cowboy Weaver.
Bill Martin.
Well, he's just kind of the way he is, where he thinks that I sucked at what I did and he could do it better, and he's kind of that way with
I don't know.
with other things too.
You say that.
Just that he's got a better handle on what news story should be broadcast. And
hey, did he sign a contract?
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know.
Why?
I don't.
No reason. Don't worry about it.
JD would probably know more about that than I would.
I have no idea.
He did.
Just sound like somebody knows how to pick news stories and read them. Go ahead, Randy.
Hey.
Shush. Just explore my options.
Anyway, that's about the gist of it, and I gotta believe the folks at Susquehanna aren't gonna listen to a part-time comic to make their decisions, but I just gotta believe you're gonna be hearing more Cowboy Bill.
Well, why would they pop you for a part-time guy?
I don't know, make him full time. Maybe Bill's tired of because he's an on the road comic. He's on the road all the time. So maybe he's just fed up with the road, and
Well, obviously they asked
morning radio.
Guess what, Randy, you've been in radio long enough. Bo was tired of you.
Probably. That very well could be the case.
But why are they blaming it on the Cowboy Weaver guy?
I ain't blaming it on nobody. I'm just blaming it on the fact that they are taking the show in a different direction, and I ain't part of it.
Is Donovan Lewis still there?
Donovan's still there, yeah.
Who is that?
He's the black feller.
Bo Roberts got a colored feller?
Yes, sir.
How come I don't have a colored feller? Everybody's got a colored feller. Is he a good one?
He's a great one. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's probably early 30s.
Yeah.
I want a younger colored feller.
Why?
I don't know. They last longer.
Can't help you out there, brother.
Craig's got one. Bo Roberts has one.
No.
I want one.
You're a cowboy and a black fella.
Now, see, Bo Roberts had him a half Mexican and myself, a black guy, a cowboy, and himself. So now they just got the cowboy, the black guy, and Bo. So.
Sounds like an excellent formula. I can't wait to hear what happens.
Indeed.
So what are you going to do now?
Don't know. I got a few months to think about it, and not really sure what I want to do.
When did they pop you?
Friday after the show, Halloween.
Were they asses about it?
No, not at all.
Randy, you're never going back. You'll never get another job in radio. Burn them. Burn them, burn them, burn them.
No, they were total professionals, and just weren't really forthcoming with the the actual reasons why.
Where was Bo?
Bo was actually already gone.
Yeah, of course he was. Yeah. He knew exactly what was coming up.
Well, they came and got him first, and
hey, you rascal! I'll see you Monday.
But then, then of course the PD walked me upstairs to the old human resources office.
Yeah, you have to make sure you don't wig out.
Yeah, they got to walk you down to your car and all that stuff. So
that's why in your next job,
weird. It was really my first time being fired like that.
Next time you fill out a job app, put on there that you're black.
There you go.
And they can't ask you about it. I don't care if you're rosy and pink. They can't ask you a word about it.
They can't say you're not black.
They can't say that.
Really?
You try it.
Okay.
Fill out a job app, put that you're black on there, African American, and if they ask you about it, there's a lawsuit right there. How dare you?
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, good luck, Randy.
Russell, thank you, man.
Yeah, all right. I have no help for you. No openings here today. Depending on how things play out tomorrow, things could change.
Okay.
One more screw up by anybody on the show and somebody gets popped. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
Right now, the most expendable person is Gavin.
He's not on the show. Reason for that. All right.
All right. What are we doing here? I forget.
The answer BC.
All right. This won't take long. It's time to get lucky and play the game that even a mutant mongoloid monkey could win. Let's play. Could the answer be C? And here's your host, Russ Martin. All right, let's get our contestant on the phone.
Hello?
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi.
What do you do for a living?
Do I have to say?
Yes.
All right, gosh. I work at, I'm a bill collector.
All right. What's he playing for, John?
He'll be playing for 12 months. Brian's love a web hosting service from VertBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show. The satisfy every woman anytime and leave her lusting for more VHS copy from the Good Doctor and a pair of tickets to the Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Huck Jam Saturday, November.
Boom Boom what jam?
Huck. H-U-C-K.
What is it?
I don't know.
He's a skateboarder.
Skateboard guy.
It's Boom Boom Huck Jam?
Yeah.
We giving that away?
Yeah.
It's really
We
cool.
are not. There's no way we got that.
Remember the
Let me see that.
It's right here.
Tickets to the Boom Boom Huck Jam now available at Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Huck Jam. How do we get that?
We get all the good stuff.
I remember the last time Tony Hawk came in with a Boom Boom Huck Jam.
What happened?
I don't know.
It's a huge event.
Yeah, it was.
Well, yeah, it always is. He's very popular. He really is. Tony Hawk, you've never heard of?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. He's a he's got his own little motorized skateboard, remote controlled toy and everything else.
What's a Huck Jam?
I don't know.
Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I got it. Are the TVs up there throwing you off?
I'm hungry.
The turds. All right, you ready to go, Jeff?
Yep.
All right. Don't let the fact that you can win the Boom Boom Huck Jam tickets make you nervous.
I won't.
All right. Here we go. Which one am I finishing with, Eddie? This one? Okay. Now that he realizes he'll never be on radio again, Dan Lewis can now concentrate on A, being a full-time stay-at-home dad, B, organizing his comic book collection to sell, C, starting up that I'm a total failure t-shirt business. C is right. The change of life is A, when women stop having a monthly period, B, when women have children after 40 years old, C, when you think that you can do your own show and end up begging for change. C is right. The Wascally Wabbit is A, the most popular adult toy on the market, B, L.A. Lamont's personal favorite adult toy, C, Dan Lewis's line in the off-Broadway show in the park. Yes. Tassos Costas says the worst part about being overweight is A, he feels so unattractive. B, he gets tired really easy. C, he hates tripping over his own teats in the shower.
C.
That's right. With the successful separation of the Egyptian twins, doctors now think it's possible to A, separate them still in the womb. B, separate older Siamese twins. C, separate Trey and his mom.
C.
Hoping to capitalize on their success of putting a man in space, China now wants to do the impossible by A, building their very own space station, B, sending a man to the moon, C, getting Dan Lewis another job in radio.
C.
C is right. Trey Trenholm wants to write a book about his stint as producer of the Russ Martin Show, and will call it A, My Many Months of Pain, B, No Learning Curve in Radio, C, Pulling Mama into a Train.
God.
C.
All right. Dan Lewis said the best Christmas present he could get this year is A, his old job back, B, a new job at any radio station, C, earplugs so he can stop hearing his wife saying, "You make me sick."
C.
Terrell Bolton said the worst part about being fired is A, it puts a mark on his otherwise perfect record. B, he can't get a job in another major market. C, he has to stand right behind Dan Lewis to get his monthly check. C is right. And finally, the passing of Al Brumley means A, the morning news has lost a fine journalist. B, the city of Dallas has lost a great man. C, Dan and Trey can both put applications for another job they aren't qualified to do.
I want to say A, but I have to say C.
C is right. I think I got him right.
You got them all.
Tell me what he's got.
He's got 12 months bronze level web hosting service from BurgBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show. We've got the pair of tickets to the Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Huck Jam, November the 8th. Get them at Ticketmaster. Also, I'm going to throw in free lunch and admission for 4 to the Penthouse Club. And, of course, the Satisfy a Woman Anytime video.
This is Russ Martin.
I will shock him tomorrow.
Okay.
We don't have time. It's after 7 o'clock. And I'm not hitting with a stun gun out of drive time.
I understand.
Sorry. Bad radio. All right.
I apologize for leaving you with Dan Lewis. I really didn't intend to. He was walking away. I could have lied to you and told you I didn't look back from Northwest Highway.
When you call on the cell phone.
No,
I don't understand. You saw me after the funeral. His head's in my car. I specifically asked you, don't let him pin me in a corner.
I know, and I thought he was walking away. And then
as you drove down Northwest Highway, you saw his head in my window. That's when you come back and go, hey, we got to go.
Okay. You're right. That's what I should have done.
Almost made me miss my flight to New York Saturday night.
Darn, I'm sure. You didn't go.
I went.
The timetable doesn't even work out, much less just
timetable works out perfectly.
Common sense doesn't work out. You wouldn't go to New York. You wouldn't fly there for 2 days, much less 6 hours.
Missed L.A. Love her.
What day is she coming in? You said this week?
I forget, but she's coming in.
Okay.
You got Dr. Natasha's website to plug?
Yeah.
Just do the monkeybaby.com.
Okay.
She's got too many sites.
Okay.
So you going to Waco tonight?
No, I'm going to Oklahoma City.
Oh. When you coming back through?
Tomorrow.
And then you're going to straight through here to Waco?
Straight back to Austin.
Where's your husband?
Jacksonville.
What's he doing out there?
Working.
What's he do?
He works for an environmental testing company.
How long before he comes home?
I'm meeting him in New York on Friday.
Oh. Maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Any tips for her since New York?
Yeah.
Sabaro's Pizza. Damn fine.
No, Shakey's is better.
No, I didn't see any Shakey's up there. Hold on. I want to watch her dance one more time before we go.
No.
Yeah. Please. Do it one more time.
Okay, I did it. People saw me do that.
Do the sideways thing.
What is that? Who cares? enough. She's stepping in a water puddle with an electric wire running through it.
What if I really danced like that?
That's why I'm laughing.
You'd invite me everywhere.
Just to come in and do that once a day. All right, go ahead.
For Dr. Natasha's website, all of them is at I'mHavingAMonkeyBaby.com. Also, thanks today to Tim Powers, TimPowers.com. For more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us individually, go to RussMartin.com. To get answers to any questions you may ever have about the show, including audio, go to RussMartin.info. Instant email only during the show is studio@RussMartin.com. Other show sites are JohnDavidRyan.com, EddieBoyd.com, DanAntasos.com, GailLightfoot.com. For more information on Craig Ludwig's charity ride, go to theluddy.com. Limousine service provided by Ultimate Limousines. Contact George at limogeorge.com, and everything else is at live1053.com.
Do it one more time before we go.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. No, I can't do the song. It has to be something a little faster.
Hold on. See what else I got in here.
See, it's dude, like...
All right.
Okay.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.